So more than you know, more than you know. The moon's right there in front of me, I can see with my mind. It moves right there inside of you, love and holding me down. The moon's right there in front of me, I can see with my mind. It moves right there inside of you, love and holding me down. You're holding me down. Bottle of smoke, bottle of smoke. You follow the grid, follow the grid. But I spell the right, spell the right. When you spoil the kid, spoil the kid. And I just want a glimpse of it with my feet on the ground. And I'm not scared to climb, cause I heard the job me down. And I just want a glimpse of it with my feet on the ground. And I'm not scared to climb, cause I heard the job me down. Cause this is the world I'm swimming in, swimming in. And this is the morning when I'm coming undone, undone. And this is the body I'm filling in, filling in. And this is the morning that we both run from, run from. Out of your milk, out of your milk. Where's your mind, where's your mind? The water is warm, water is warm. Is that a surprise, is that a surprise? Cause this is the water I'm swimming in, swimming in. And this is the morning when I'm coming undone, undone. And this is the body I'm filling in, filling in. And this is the morning that we both run from, run from. And this is the water I'm swimming in, swimming in. And this is the morning when we're coming undone, undone. And this is the body I'm filling in, filling in. And this is the morning that we both run from, run from, run from.
Good morning.
The Morning Invasion
Part of a complete breakfast. You're stupid.
with Dex and Steve-O.
I suppose we should get going.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just you and me today, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Just you and me. Oh, and the Starmy, too. Good morning, everybody! Live from the Dream Star Remodeling Star 88 Studios. How's everybody doing? What's going on? I can't remember the last Thursday we did where we didn't have Brian Nixon and we didn't have Nate.
I know.
So it's just going to be like a regular show today. Prayers going out to our boy Brian Nixon.
Yeah. A little day surgery yesterday.
Yeah, he got some plastic surgery, man.
No,
you know, he got that
that's not-
facelift, and you know, when you get older and you decide you want to go down that road with plastic surgery, the recovery time is pretty long, I hear. Prayers to B-Nix, and prayers to Nate Heitzig. He's in Brazil
Yeah.
for Compassion International. He got food poisoning on the trip over. I giggled when I saw that. Sorry. I thought it was kind of funny. What happens when you decide to go to another country? Get sick. Do you have to get a bunch of shots if you go over to Brazil? Is that one of those places you have to
No idea.
get like 10 shots? Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. You guys can join us right now. Star 88 FM. Go like our page, share it, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can hang out with us. It's a lot of fun. Paul, what's up? Jarrett, good morning. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's see. You guys can call in, too. Phone line's open, 505-338-3700. And what's the live line to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Send us a text, guys. Send us a text. Also, leave voicemails. You can call the live line, and you can leave a voicemail.
Next message.
Hi, my name's Gwen. I live in Bernalillo, and I listen to you guys almost every morning on the Morning Invasion. I'm listening to you interview Holly right now, and I'm really convicted to try to do something in my own neighborhood. I'm wondering if there is a list on the Feed New Mexico Kids site that maybe I can hand out to my neighbors.
Beautiful.
That way there's like a desirable foods list that is easy for them to just take with them to the grocery store or just for them to have on hand. And any other ideas that might be useful for getting involved in my community.
I love this.
Also, I'm wondering if Bernalillo is included in the APS
You want to check that out?
group for the Hungry Kids program.
Get back to the show.
So I'll be listening all morning. Hopefully you guys can address that. Thanks. Bye.
No, thank you. That's very cool.
Yeah.
We had Holly Slade on yesterday in the 7 o'clock hour talking about Feed NM Kids. We challenged you guys to go out into your neighborhoods, challenge your neighbors. Did you see the tag that we got? Somebody tagged Tracy tagged us on Facebook.
No way.
Somebody and the Starmy was on one of those neighborhood apps. And she posted something. Hey, neighbors, was wondering if anyone would be interested in a food drive for Feed NM Kids. I can take it to a drop-off location, and if there's interest, I can go to your house to pick it up, make it easy. I'm going to leave a box at my door, my front door, so you guys can put the food in it. Bunch of people replied to her. And
That's really
yeah,
cool.
so good job, man. Starmy, way to go. Let's feed these kids. Yay! Feed these kids, man. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what the Starmy's all about. They don't just listen. They listen, and they go. They do something, man. I love that. Very cool. I'm still trying to find a box. You know? You got any boxes, extra boxes? I need a big box I can put out in front of the Peterson's house. You know? A little drop-off. Yeah, so challenging you guys to go out in your neighborhoods and again, there is a list of those food items, by the way. If you go to star88.fm, you'll see there's a little section there. What was the website? Because Feed NM Kids, they got a website too, right?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, feednmkids.com.
Yep. And it's awesome, man. It's
And
really good.
So lists everything you need, contact information if you'd like to start your own at your church, whatever, as far as drop locations.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, you can print it out, man. Print out all the list of items. You can, take like a screenshot on your phone and then go to the grocery store. How was your day yesterday? Was it a good day? Did you have a good day, Steve-O?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Starman, did you guys have a good day? I had a really good day. I didn't have to pick the kids up from school or anything, so I just kind of went and tried to get through Daredevil. I'm almost done.
Dude.
I got I think I have one more episode left. And
No spoilers.
whew, oh, man, it's a good one. I'm kind of bummed it's almost over. And then
Right.
there's all these rumors out there. Is Daredevil going to get canceled? Is it the next one to get canceled?
The showrunners of Daredevil actually have talked about that this week, that they're still kind of worried.
Was it because Disney's going to be taking it over pretty soon? Is that why?
So I was reading an article this morning where they were saying that the cancellation of Iron Fist was really hard on them because they thought that there was going to be another. The way that Iron Fist sets up the end of season 2 was, hey, there's going to be a season 3. And then same with Luke Cage. The ending leaves it wide open like, hey, man, season 3 is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And then both shows were canceled. the showrunner of Daredevil recently said in an interview, his name's Eric Olson, by the way, said it was devastating. I'm close personal friends with the Iron Fist showrunner, Raven Metzner, and a number of folks who worked on that show. I'm sad for my friends. The Marvel shows are a family. As the showrunner of Daredevil, I'm rooting for my fellow showrunners and their families, and it was a hard blow, I'm not going to lie. I took her out on Saturday night. We commiserated. It was absolutely heartbreaking. So it's not like they knew, oh, well, they're going to cancel it on Netflix because Disney's in the planning stages of their own streaming service. So what we'll do is, we'll stop them on Netflix and then we'll take them over. That's not it. So what's interesting and sad for Daredevil, they said, is that Luke Cage's cancellation after they had announced a third season and then reversed that and canceled it is a really sad sign that the future of Netflix's Marvel series in general is very bleak. No! Yeah, he said Daredevil has not been picked up for a fourth season yet. He's hopeful that he'll get to make more episodes, but they're in the dark about the future for now. Disney's not talking to them. Marvel doesn't know anything. So he said, I don't know what the future holds in terms of Netflix and Marvel and the new Disney streaming service and all that. I'm not really privy to any of that stuff. Way above my pay grade. But who knows what the future holds? I wouldn't pass anyone that Iron Fist comes back in some other form. Same with
What'd you say, homeboy?
Yeah, so we'll see.
Okay, man. Well,
we'll see, buddy.
Bummer, dude. Bummer.
I know.
Did you get your leaky roof fixed? Get that fixed? Starman member help you out? What?
Yeah, Casey asked that very question. What happened with the leaky roof? I wish it was that easy. Yeah, no. Shout out to the wire guy.
Wire guy
came over yesterday.
Wire guy, what's up?
Yeah, no. I wish it were that simple.
Oh, did he come over and he was like, yeah, this is way above my pay grade? Oh, seriously?
It's going to be
no.
Yeah.
You need to buy a new house, right? You just need to put it on the market and sell it?
Yeah, so prayers for our household.
No kidding.
I'm not even supposed to be like parking in the garage right now. I had to file a claim with my insurance. It was that bad.
Oh.
You know it's bad when people are normally like, bro, don't file a claim. Let me like go assess it. Bro, we could probably do this for way cheaper. I even joked with my insurance, like when I was filing the claim with the insurance company.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened. And they were like, yeah, we need to get somebody out there right away because that's it. It was like, oh yeah, we can take care of, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, bro, you got props. You got props and trumps.
Well, I mean, that's why you pay for the insurance, right?
Yes.
I mean, when stuff like this happens, it's like, okay, well, take care of it. So you shouldn't stress about it, right?
Leaky roof is still leaky. I guess because of this crazy weather, there have been a lot of claims lately. A lot of damages to homes.
Well, your home is so old.
So
built in the 1700s.
Yeah. So they're doing it in order of safety, and I'm going, okay, well, there are 3 different places around my house where the ceiling is falling in.
Well, you probably should get the whole thing fixed, right? Just you know what?
Just as long as it's cool, you know. And then I start hearing about like black mold and all this stuff, and I'm like, I have a 5-year-old,
so
if we could just
black mold.
So guys, that was my entire day yesterday. Talking to a contractor, talking to insurance, talking to a roofer, talking to a stucco guy, talking like the whole day, and then just back and forth and
sounds
chaos.
Awesome, man.
And nothing got done because they can't be until insurance assesses everything and goes, yeah, cool, here's money. So
I get it, dude.
I wish it hasn't totally consumed me entirely.
Hey, man, when it rains, it pours.
I actually have to punch you.
Why? Did Christy say that too?
I said no.
Did Christy say? Oh,
I heard that about 7 times yesterday and said, I swear, if one more person jokes when it rains, it pours, I'm going to have to throat punch them.
Oh,
I
don't
actually
throat punch
said
me.
that yesterday.
I don't want to be throat punched.
Because for some reason, apparently, in insurance and in contract work and in roofing and in literally everything, when there's weather damage, the term that you use for the person who's stressed out because their home is falling apart is, oh, man, I mean, when it rains, it pours. Am I right?
Okay. Sorry, dude. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Jay Marie says, they don't build houses like they used to. Dude, Ain't that I found that out because here's the thing. You joked about the house being built in the 1700s. I would rather have a house that was built in the 1700s. My house is like less than 10 years old.
They don't build them like they used to, man.
And all of a sudden I'm hearing about all these class action lawsuits, and the builder that made my house isn't even in business anymore. So, yeah.
That's hilarious.
So, guys, just so you know, probably not the best to buy like new houses that they just slop together trying to get a new like a new area done. Like,
Hey,
oh,
man.
man, we got a new subdivision. Let's slop all these together. Let's take care of this. Boom, 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 boom.
Little cookie cutters.
Cutting corners.
Yep.
Just, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll
Sweet.
be praying for you and the Jeter clan.
Yeah.
You guys would get that new roof and
It's so hard owning a house. Am I right, Dex?
oh, see? See, I tell people all the time, I'm like, being homeless is great because I don't have to worry about stuff like this, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
You said when it rains, it pours. I had to fire back.
Okay, well, I
I'm
deserved
sorry.
it. I deserve that one.
If
Nah,
you
yeah.
want to move in. If you want to.
No, I'm pretty happy being homeless, man. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, good. Glad we got an update. And
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys can get a
That's
new roof
my
out of the
update.
whole thing. And
That's my update.
I didn't win the Powerball last night, so
Oh, there's more of those?
yeah, nobody won the Powerball, so it's up to
I
like
don't even know
over
what that
$700
means.
million. So,
Gosh.
you know, somebody won that big $1 billion one, and
Yeah.
what was it, South Carolina? But we'll probably never know
Yeah.
because in that state of South Carolina, you can be completely anonymous. And we'll probably never find out who it is. But
Yeah.
there was I don't know if you saw this picture. Where is it? There was here it is. Look at this photo. This person. Where were they from? Did it say where they're from? I don't know. It doesn't say. But somebody posted a picture of their ticket on Reddit yesterday. They hit the first two numbers,
Nice.
then missed the other three numbers and the mega ball by just one digit. Okay? So look at this.
Oh.
Can you imagine looking at your
my
ticket and going,
gosh.
oh my gosh, okay, I got 5, I got 28.
28?
Wait, I got 63? Oh, 62? Oh, okay, 65. I got 66? What?
Oh.
70? I got 69? And the Powerball is 6? Or the Powerball is 5 and I got 6?
That is
He's like one off.
hilarious.
Except for 2 numbers.
Gosh, that's not funny. That's horrible.
Oh.
I would like,
Yeah. I've always wondered, like, the people that get the numbers from, like, the previous weeks, you know? It's like, oh, I got last week's numbers?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, man. I'm just glad I'm not that guy. It's
shout
freaking
out to
bad.
Andrew on Facebook who said, hey, at least your house is not as bad as that new house on that Netflix show. I haven't seen it yet.
Wait, what are you talking
Haunting of Hill House.
about? Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Haven't seen it yet. So much
Jumping
Netflix
on that.
happening right now,
jumping on
guys.
that as soon as...
I don't have time. I'm worried my roof's going to collapse. No bigs.
You're going to be all right, man.
Any day now, insurance. Any day.
You're going to be all right, dude.
Yeah, I'm
You're
sure.
going to be all right.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine. And remember,
Totes.
hey, don't sweat
Totes.
the small stuff, okay?
Oh.
We need to have a sauna. We need to have sauna time.
Yeah.
Sauna time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
we're-
played, my friend. Well
yeah,
played.
dude.
Well played.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure out. I guess one of the hardest things about this new YouTube show is trying to find locations that will allow us to, put up a portable sauna.
You're right.
And it's so funny because when you talk to people about the show, you're like, "Hey, we got this new show. We have this dry sauna, and we take it places and we interview people in the sauna. Can we use like your place of business?" And they look at us and go, "Wait, what?
You want to what?
You have a portable sauna? I
What does
don't
that even
understand.
mean?
Why would you do that?" And we're like, "Well, we interview people in a sauna. It's 140 degrees," and they're like, and finally clicks, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's a great idea." But a lot of people at first are like, "Get out of here! That's what? No, you can't come into my place of business with a dry sauna. That's it's crazy." So I don't know. We have a really really amazing celebrity this week, and we're
Yeah,
trying
we
to find
do.
a location.
We really do. I'm excited. Hey, by the way, we had a shout out from a Starmy member from Brazil.
No kidding, Brazil.
To answer your question earlier, nope. Brazil is safe to travel to. You don't have to do all the shots
No
and all the
kidding.
crazy. Yeah.
That's cool.
Brazil!
I heard they have giant, like dinosaur-sized bugs over there.
Yeah. Well, it's very tropical.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do you guys survive?
I mean,
I don't even know. Anyways. All right, we got a big show today. Huge. Remember MySpace?
Yeah.
Remember how when you would go to somebody's MySpace, or even how fun it was when you could add a song to your MySpace page? Like, every day you could go, oh, man, what song am I going to put up on my MySpace?
That was the best and worst part about MySpace,
page?
because then when you went to somebody else's, you had to try and figure out what video, what song, what, and you're like pausing 3 different things.
Yours is playing, your friend's playing.
Their wall!
Well, maybe Facebook. They might be adding this new feature. I'm not going to say they are, but we might talk about it, and they might be doing the same thing MySpace did back in the day. We'll talk about it. Top 10 things we'd miss if we traveled back in time. I can't wait to go over that list. What else is going on? We didn't get a chance to check out Ben Stiller's 80s band. Apparently, back in the 80s, Ben Stiller had an 80s band. And the track resurfaced, and Ben Stiller got back together with his band, and they actually redid the song.
Really?
Yeah. Play some of that. And good trainer or bad trainer? There's a story that came out about a personal trainer who, some people are questioning his methods on how he got this guy to lose weight. So kind of want to throw it out there. Good trainer or bad trainer?
I've got a really interesting comics corner today as well.
Comics corner?
Y'all remember the band Say Anything? What? Okay. We can talk a little comics.
Okay.
Ish.
All right, hang out with us. We're live on Facebook, YouTube at Star 88 FM. And phone lines are open when we come back. 505-338-3700. Live from the Dream Style Remodeling, Star 88 Studios. Hang out.
Slater Transfer and Storage is a Star 88 power partner. Slater Transfer and Storage has been family-owned for more than 30 years. They're an Atlas Interstate agent and are certified by the American Moving and Storage Association, moving locally, long-distance, corporate, or even international, and providing local storage. Slater Transfer and Storage is located at 6900 Washington Street in Albuquerque, on the phone at 505-345-8841, and on the web at atlasalb.com.
At the end, as followers of Christ, we receive His righteousness. But do you already wear another kind of righteousness, your own? Do you find that your heart is set on things other than what God desires? Join us as Pastor James McDonald teaches from God's Word in the never-before-aired messages from Game Changers, 7 scriptures that shatter strongholds. Because repentance is simply a change of mind. This week on Walk in the Word.
Make an appointment with James McDonald. Weekdays at 12:30 p.m. on our sister station, KNKT 107.1 FM. D.L. Moody reminds us our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding in something that doesn't really matter. Star 88 with a solar flare.
I need you to fight for me when I don't know what I believe. Why does everybody leave? Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go, you the best. Hey, say it with the chest. Hey, yeah, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. Hey, I need you to fight for me. Hey, I know you're my therapy. I know why we fight. It's just to know we tried. Hey, eye drops. How do I start it off? Pulling all these hours, trying to keep it all clear. I got way too many thoughts, putting these expectations got me feeling stuck like think I feel it all the time. Did I really miss my pride? I don't know how to cope when I'm low, but I know that you're close, that you're close. I've been away, yeah, losing my faith, yeah, hope I'm not late, trying to find grace, yeah, for my mistakes, ayy, I need to pray, yeah, I need to pray, yeah, wake up to the mirror like I need you to fight for me when I don't know what I believe, yeah, why does everybody leave? Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go, you the best. Hey, say it with the chest. Hey, yeah, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. lose my life. I've been lost and feeling lonely. Tell them they can't hold me. Looking in the mirror like, when you fight for me. You fight for me when I don't know what I believe. Why does everybody leave? Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go, you the best. Hey, say it with the chest. Hey, yeah, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. Hey, I need you to fight for me. Hey, I know you're my therapy. Hey, yeah, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. Hey, I need you to fight for me. Hey, I know you're my therapy. I know why we fight. It's just to know we try. I need you to fight for me.
Here's Chris Hodges with a challenge to live a reproducing spiritual life.
Reconciled means you bring the balance to zero. That's what you do when you reconcile a bank statement. He brought your balance, thank God. Can we just thank God? He brought our balance to zero and then gave us the ministry of getting other people's balance to zero. Watch this. That God was reconciling the world to himself in Christ, and then it just flat out says it, not counting men's sins against them, even though they did sin. He didn't count it. He brings it to zero. And he has committed to us the message that, hey, you don't have to pay for it. I know you incurred the bill, but guess what? It's been paid for. What a great share the ministry of reconciliation. That's why it says we are therefore Christ's ambassadors, representatives. We get to say it on his behalf. Guess what? God's got something for you. I promise you, just like you'd want the cure to cancer, you want this. Your balance can be a zero. You do not have to pay for this yourself.
That's Chris Hodges and a Star 88 PowerPoint. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Cheese grater, you got to know how to do it. We got it for you. Here we go. Yeah.
That's terrible. You're so bad at this game.
Oh, yeah, everybody. Yeah. We're grading cheese.
Take two.
Oh, boy. Here comes a block of cheese. Woo. And we're grading, and we're grading some more cheese. Here we go! Oh, yeah! Steve-O! Take it! 1, 2, go! Man, they're so short. They're so short. It doesn't give us a lot of time to create there, you know? Here we go, man. Yeah, got that cheese. Here's Steve-O, the message on how to grade your cheese. You gotta grade that cheese, man. I feel like this is more scat than anything else.
This is weird. Why did you go with jazz? It's like a weird...
Yeah, cheese. Okay. We're grading now.
So, I'm sure it's gonna work out.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. One time. Here we go. We're grading cheese.
By the way, shredded cheese contains cellulose, which is not exactly the best for you. Therefore, you don't want shredded cheese. You want regular cheese, and then you shred it yourself.
I just want to be happy.
I know you do, lady. Yeah. I know you
do.
They
put like an anti-caking agent in grated cheese, so you get more chemicals, and it doesn't melt together as well, so you always want block cheese. So, just letting you guys know. Somebody else said, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha ha, you guys are idiots.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah?
What name?
Who's the idiot?
Steve-O.
Singer? Dex. We're the idiots.
Here we go one more time. Here we go, we're grading cheese. Here we go, we're grading cheese. Here we go, we're grading cheese. I need help with the second line, bro. Come on, bro. Everybody's looking at us. Come on. Here we go, we're grading cheese. Here we go, we're grading cheese. I need the second line, dude. Here we go, we're grading cheese. Come on, dude, I need you. Here we go, we're grading cheese. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We grading cheese. Oh, Come on, man. You got this, bro. Get it together, bro. I need you right now. Gosh, man. I gotta do everything. All right, here we go. You see, when you're grating cheese, you gotta do it properly because you can cut yourself and then blood and skin will get into the cheese.
Good call, sir.
So Google it on how to grate cheese properly. A message from your friends at the Morning Invasion.
Is this real life?
You know what I'm saying, Steve?
I do.
You hear what I'm throwing down when you're grating cheese, everybody? Here we go. Everybody grate some cheese.
For real?
Everybody grate some cheese. Everybody grate some cheese. Brody, everybody. Everybody grate some cheese. Everybody. Dude. You know, you were nowhere. Nowhere to be found during that.
Dude, you have the worst rhythm.
I think I did pretty well. Pretty well.
Oh my gosh.
You know, my partner just wasn't there. And, you know, I think I held my own.
Woo!
Everybody's going to have that stuck in their head. Everybody grate some cheese. It's a great song, man.
Oh, man.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O. Hey, what's going on in the news today?
A series of pipe bombs mailed to prominent Democrats and critics of the president. These crude bombs and other suspicious packages have been sent to them through the mail or by courier.
The full weight of our government is being deployed to conduct this investigation and bring those responsible to justice.
Seventh child has died from what is a common virus. The outbreak outside New York City at a New Jersey pediatric unit that cares for vulnerable children.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average diving more than 600 points.
Erases all gains for the entire year.
An apology from Megyn Kelly for defending blackface Halloween costumes.
I was wrong, and I am sorry.
Police in Florida say two girls, just 11 and 12 years old, planned on using knives and this pizza cutter to kill at least 15 of their classmates.
Former Hurricane Willa is now quickly losing strength after slamming into the Pacific coast of Mexico as a Category 3 storm.
That same system could become the first nor'easter of the season.
Should end it. Bogarts gathers it in. Red Sox up 2 games to nothing.
Ooh, Red Sox. What's up, Boston? Pretty cool. Hey, Heidi's going to be broadcasting live this Friday for Feed New Mexico Kids. Feed in them kids, guys.
Next Friday.
Oh, it's next Friday?
Yeah, tomorrow is the
oh, yeah, tomorrow's
26th.
Friday. Where am I at? Gosh. Yeah, next Friday. There you go. 10 a.m. to 2 next Friday. She'll be at the Fiat and Alfa Romeo dealer on San Mateo and Albuquerque. We're just asking you guys to bring some non-perishable food items to give to Feed in them kids. Gonna have lunch there too, thanks to Automax. So get there. All the details at star88.fm. And shout out to all the Starmy members that actually went out yesterday and tried to get their neighbors, tried to rally up the neighbors to be a part of a food drive.
I love it.
So cool, man. So cool. All right, you guys can hang out with us. If you want to be a part of an exclusive club, then you go to the Facebook page.
Yeah, but don't expect to talk about the show or anything happening in the show.
Like, what do we do about that? Do we need to step in and
yeah,
you know, because sometimes let's face it, sometimes churches can, not to say we're a church or anything, but
become very cliquey.
Yeah, we're like a country club.
We're like a youth group.
We're like a country club. We're turning into a country club.
Britt, stop leading that weird cliquey youth group crew that nobody wants to talk to anymore. Stop it.
Pay attention to us, okay?
Stop it.
We're the show. Pay attention to us. You're only allowed to talk about the things that we are talking about. All right?
Or we put you in timeout.
We'll snooze you for 30 days. This is a monarchy, all right? This isn't a republic.
Oh, man.
I'm the king, and this is You're second in command, right?
Okay, what?
You're my vice king.
Vice king?
All right, fine.
Isn't
We
that
share
the
equal.
queen?
We share. Yeah, you're the queen. You're the queen. You're my queen.
That's really what I thought you were
You're
gonna
my
say.
queen, and yeah, if
Queen
something happens
bee,
to me,
yo.
then you're in charge. But no, we share equal power. So you
Okay.
will listen to us, or you go into jail, timeout jail on Facebook.
Oh man, love it.
Just saying,
am
man.
I too close to you? What? How am I? I'm just right.
Go ahead, bro. Just go ahead.
I mean, I'm your queen.
Yeah, get in there. Get in there.
Oh man.
We're just giving you guys a hard
Kim
time.
said that they'll pay attention if we pay attention to them and read their comments because everyone needs to know that Kim's birthday is in November.
I will say this: when I was off for that month, that time when you had to do the show by yourself for a month, I would tune into the Facebook page, and I kind of did feel a little like alone at times because I would be chucking out comments and nobody would.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's 'cause I lost
you
another
guys wouldn't
conversation.
ever like read my comment, and I'd sit there and go, "Oh man, they're not even paying attention to me."
Yeah.
So we try to read all the comments, guys.
Carl
but-
moved on. He moved over to YouTube. Hey, YouTube.
Oh, was he a Facebooker at first?
He was.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Did you guys push Carl out?
Maybe.
Carl, you need to talk to us, bro. Are you all right? Everything okay? Because YouTube's completely different than like the Facebook community.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, YouTube is like more people are just really just making leaving
Like
comments
Sarah,
about
Dex,
the
you
show.
look so proud of yourself.
What?
Earl, just when I thought my day was going good, you played this, the cheese song.
You love
And
that song, don't
totally
you?
redeem yourself.
You love that song, right? Here we go, we're grating cheese.
Woo!
Such a great song, guys.
Somebody said Dex's cheese song was the best.
Here we go, we're grating cheese.
Somebody else said Steve-O's laugh made that grating tune even funnier.
That grating tune. I
That
love
grating
that.
tune.
That grating tune. Yeah. So, I think it's amazing that you guys are getting close, and some of you are even hanging out, having barbecues and
Yeah, that's cool.
little Starmy parties. I think it's really cool. So, but we're the kings, and you will obey us.
Yeah, you do you.
I always wanted to be a king, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. So what's the deal with that whole monarchy thing over there in England? Is it like
What's
just for
the
show?
deal with
Do they have power? Does the queen have power, or is it just for show?
No, you're talking to the wrong dude. I was never really into the whole what's going on with the royal family stuff.
Right. Yeah.
I've never really cared.
I was watching this show called The Royals. I think it's a BBC show, and it's actually not bad. It's pretty good, but they talk a lot about that. How it's really just it's almost like a Hollywood type of set over in England, where it's there, but they don't really have any power because it's tradition and it's been passed on for thousands of years, and
Yeah.
they stick with that tradition of the king and queen. But I don't know. I don't think they have any power. Which is kind of weird.
Okay.
505-338-3700 if you'd like to give us a call. So coming up, 7 o'clock, we'll talk. I'm excited to talk about your comic book.
Oh, man. So
Which
here's
has
the funny
nothing to do
thing.
with comics,
I
you
was
said?
just about to say. So coming up 7 o'clock hour, we're going to do a comics corner, but it's actually probably going to be more closely related to what we talked about yesterday in the 7 o'clock hour than actual comic books. Max Bemis, he is the singer-songwriter of the band Say Anything. Don't look at my screen, bro!
See, you don't like it, do you?
I don't.
Don't look at my screen.
Well, yes, last night we're texting each other, and I'm like, I want to talk about this tomorrow. Do not Google it. Save it for radio. Max Bemis, frontman of the band Say Anything. He's been writing comic books for Marvel Comics, which is a pretty big deal. I mean, Marvel's the pinnacle. That's where, it's where you want to get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's been writing for Marvel Comics, and his final Marvel comic book came out yesterday. The reason behind why he wrote the comic and why he's also taking a break right now is really, really interesting and worth talking about. So
Okay.
I'm excited about that. Yeah.
What
It's a big show.
What was Say Anything's big hit?
Do Better. We played it on our on this here station.
On this here station?
On this here station.
Let's see.
I mean, that's the track I think of. That's. Oh. Anyone?
forward it? Or is it gonna kick in?
Life is not a spark in space, an episode of Will and Grace. Controversial yet mundane. Deborah's messing with your brain.
Is this Owl
Even
City?
Scientologists know there's more to all of this. Search the ruins for trapdoors. Wonder what you're put here for. Simple as a hint of gas. Climbing nostrils as you pass. Making harvest.
Nice.
So anyways.
All right, good, man. I don't remember that song at all, but whatever.
What?
All right,
Anyways,
man.
the band was Say Anything. They broke up. They have another album coming out, but they have since broken up. And then Max Bemis went on, and he was writing comic books. The reason why, like I said, he's writing comic books is very interesting. And this hiatus that he just announced is even more interesting. So we're going to talk about that coming up in the 7 o'clock hour.
Okay.
I got some stuff today, bro, up my sleeve. Ben Roethlisberger up my left sleeve, too.
Oh, Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah, he was in the news yesterday talking about my boy Derek Carr of the Oakland Raiders. So we'll talk about that on the show today.
All right, good.
But you've got a ton of stuff. Where are we going?
Don't look.
Where
dude.
are we going, bro?
Don't look at my stuff, dude.
Come with Steve.
You know what?
And you'll see.
I feel like we can move your computer that way, and then you can turn this way so you can't look over here anymore. Anyways, we'll figure it out. Yeah. So remember MySpace? MySpace. If you didn't know, for all you young kids out there, or maybe you just never had a MySpace page, but that was kind of like the first social network, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first big popular one. Remember, you could have your top 5 friends.
Oh, of course. I thought it was top 8. Was it
Was
top
it top
5?
8?
I don't even
Maybe it
remember.
was top 8.
I thought it was like it got
maybe
so
it went from
convoluted.
5 to 8 or something.
Maybe.
And
gosh, that was so
every day you'd go, man, I wonder if should I change my top 8? You know,
right? Oh.
And I'd always go over to my friends to see if I made the top 8, and I'd be all bummed if I wasn't.
Your spouse had to be your number one. Like, had to be. Or your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. It was like, if that wasn't your number one, bro, that was the first indicator that your relationship's in trouble.
Oh, man. People would talk about it. Like, did you see Steve-O?
I was right. It was top
Chrissy's
8.
not top 1 anymore. What happened? Did they get into a fight?
Get moved over.
She's like number 4.
Oh, there was so much pressure, though, especially if you had a lot of friends to have your top 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
gosh.
a lot of pressure.
I think at one point I finally just changed it to like bands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, can't do this. I'm going to put a movie. I'm going to put bands. I don't want to have to deal with people.
So what was cool about MySpace is that you could actually create your own page. So you could go on Google and you could find, really cool MySpace layouts.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd go copy the code, go back to your page, and then embed the code into your MySpace page. And then you could make it look really fancy and cool, you know? And then you could put you could add a song. That was another big thing is what's the song that you're going to have play on your MySpace page. So when people go there, they hear that song and that's your theme song. That's your song, man. Then you get all mad when a friend of yours would have the same song and be like, why you got to copy me,
Bro,
dude?
come on. Clearly, come on.
I had it first.
You know that's my song. That's my song.
Why you got to be like me?
Oh, man. I'm telling you, Britt's like, dude, I was so good at coding. Like,
right.
man.
Right. Everybody thought we were so good at coding.
That's like when we learned it, we're like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm seriously like a computer engineer.
Yeah. All we did was copy and paste everything.
Whatever, bro.
We'd change like a couple of little things in the code.
No, yeah, you had to code, bro. You had to code.
You had to make sure.
You wanted the music video on your page.
You had to make sure that you were in between those two like triangles. What do you call those things? What do you call that in the coding now? Like
the triangle in the coding?
In the coding, the triangles, and you had to go in between the little triangles. What are those called? You know what I'm saying? If you didn't get in between the little triangles.
You mean the greater than, less
than? Yeah, you had to do it, or it wouldn't work. That's like how you code, dude.
Oh, man.
This is bringing back so many memories.
No, I know. I ended up getting.
Great.
I'm not even being funny. I ended up working in national radio at this place called Quantic Broadcast Corporation. I was in charge of their website. I had to do like actual web design.
You're a coder, bro?
Through Dreamweaver, which was like, actual like coding. I was in charge of like, seriously, the entire website, and every day I had to update it, put different stories and different things on there. I lied my way in because of MySpace. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know how to code.
Dude, bro, totes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? My MySpace?
Oh my gosh.
I had like 3 music videos on there. You're only supposed to have 1. I nailed it.
You hacked your MySpace page.
And then faked my way through it and then learned how to actually code. Because MySpace actually did a pretty good job of teaching you how, like, the basics of, okay, this and that and these symbols mean this. No joke.
Yeah, so, you know, you're sitting here going, oh, man, I wish MySpace was still around. And I wish we could go back to that. Guess what, guys? Facebook.
I don't know if I like this.
Facebook's
It's not the same.
coming out with a
Not
new
the same.
feature pretty soon. Apparently, they're going to allow you to add a song to your profile. Just like MySpace.
I don't know. Don't know how I feel about this.
I don't know, man, if I should do the new Papa Roach song.
Okay.
Or
Oh my gosh.
Nickelback.
I hated that song because that was on everybody's. You'd be
Cut
like,
my life
and it was
into
always so loud. So loud. There was like none volume control. You'd forget that your computer had like the volume up.
Yeah.
And you'd just be like scrolling and you'd go to your friend's page and then like jump out of your seat terrified. Britt's losing her mind.
Yeah?
Like,
Britt,
this is her
she
whole
excited?
world.
Oh, good. Yeah.
This is her whole world.
Yeah, you know what? You're going to be stressing. You're going to be staying up, losing sleep on which song you're
No
going
way,
to
bro.
add
Always
to
and
your Facebook.
forever, Everlong, or My Hero, Foo Fighters.
Yeah?
It just goes back and forth. Boom, boom, boom. That's it, bro.
Yeah, Facebook, they announced they're going to start testing a feature that will let people add songs to their profiles. So when people click on your page, they can play the song, and they can, you know, catch your vibe, they say, you know? You want to catch the vibe of this person? Well, let's check out the song they got.
Remember, the Stormy chimed in and said, so when interviewing for Star 88, does experience with MySpace help? Yes, entirely.
Oh, yeah, man.
Helps so much. Helps so much. We really are hiring right now.
Yeah. What are your MySpace skills? That should be a question.
Who were your top 8?
If you are hiring people, if you're the person in charge of hiring people, and please in the meeting go, hey, what are your MySpace skills? You got any? Do you have any skill set with MySpace?
Remember the Stormy said, dude, MySpace is where I met my wife 9 years later, still going strong.
Nice, man.
Dope. Somebody said I couldn't do the MySpace top 8. Nothing but bands. Can't believe arguments were actually started over the top 8.
Right?
Somebody else said, so much pressure. What song do I pick?
Yep.
Dude, Everlong. Because you didn't want to scare somebody right away. So it was like that little guitar riff intro. That was always my...
Yeah, man.
It's the go-to, bro.
Yeah.
It's the go-to.
I just remember that time. So when MySpace took a nosedive, basically, because Facebook used to be just for college kids, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was set up for.
I've seen that documentary.
Yeah. And which actually is a really good movie. Seriously, with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to say back in the day, it was like mid 2000s, like 2000. What was it? 2007, 2008 is when kind of Facebook started. I think they got away from the whole college thing, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna open up to everybody." And I was saying, man, Facebook, it's gonna be done in 2 years, just like MySpace. I can't believe in 2018, like Facebook, like destroyed everybody.
Look. This little space right here, I'm showing you guys.
Your MySpace over there?
Facebook and YouTube. Look at me.
Okay.
This right here. That's where I created my first Facebook account.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool, man.
Here's the thing. There used to be a computer right here because there was, nothing going on. So we would program all the music and everything from within the studio because back then there wasn't like weird, you could do this from the cloud and this and that and the other. So there was a little computer in the back right here. And we had a girl named Megan that worked here. Manners with Megan. She did like nights. And she was at UNM still. She was a college student. And she was talking about Facebook. And I'm going, what? And she's showing it to me, and I'm like, this is so basic.
Yeah,
this is so boring.
This will never work.
This will never take off.
You can't even put
I can't even believe this.
Page.
Like, this will never compare to MySpace.
Yeah.
Have you seen my music videos? Which, by the way, our girl Jess chimed in and said, my computer crashed because it couldn't handle all my videos.
Yeah, right?
All the decor I had on my MySpace page.
It's so
but
great.
I just remember going, oh, my gosh, this will never take off. And she was like, trust me, it's the future. And I was like, this will never be the future, Megan. And ended up creating a Facebook page right here just to like check it out because it was like, well, I work in radio and I'm gonna, and seriously, right there at that desk, and laughing and thinking, there's no way, there's no way, and somehow R.I.P. MySpace.
Yeah, it's done.
I tried to log into my old MySpace and it's gone. Like I wanted to go look at all the old
mine's
photos.
Not. Mine's not. I still have all my photos up there, but yeah, I don't know. You know what? It might be gone now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom sold it for like $100 million.
Tom!
Yeah, Tom. Yeah.
Tom!
Wait, wasn't Tom like your number one?
He didn't have to be. At first, it was like Tom.
Yeah.
And then like you could change
Tom.
him.
Yeah, Tom sold it for like $100 million.
Oh my
And then he
gosh.
became a professional photographer, and all he does is travel the world now, and just shoot amazing photos with his $100 million in the bank.
Britt Momney says her entire middle high school popularity was based on whose top 8 I was on.
Oh man, the top 8, man. The top 8. Doesn't Facebook have that too, though? It's not necessarily the top 8, but you can go in and you can pick which ones.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you can go in and you
I
can.
didn't know that, and I'll never go do that.
You
Chrissy.
should go and see if you're in the in my top 8 on
Okay.
Facebook.
Somebody said the song option is a sign that Facebook is dying. R.I.P. Facebook.
It'll never die. If it hasn't died yet, it'll never die. All right. So there you go. There's a topic for you Facebook and YouTubers out there. What song? What's your first song when Facebook rolls out this MySpace feature where you can add a song to your profile? What song would you throw up? What would be your first song? All right, you can chime in, Star 88 FM on Facebook and YouTube. We're live right now. You can watch the show and hang out. And we'll get your phone calls when we come back, 505-338-3700. Don't forget, we got an app you can download. Thank you to everybody out there streaming us on the app. It works. And you can get us on demand. When we come back, Comics Corner? Hang out with us.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
The book of Ecclesiastes is basically one man's attempt to figure out the meaning of life. One man's attempt to figure out, like, hey, what's the point? Because that's one of those universal questions that every single person wrestles with, whether we're honest about it or not. Deep down, we wrestle. We're not comfortable with what we understand to be the point of it all. He takes what so many people are taught today, and so many people would say they believe today, this thesis that there is no God, that everything is just a product of random chance and a big petri dish explosion in the sky, and here we are, we're smart monkeys, we're mud that is now wearing pants, and so he says, okay, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true, and if it is, here's the awful implications of that.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com. A Star 88 Supernova. Here's Rick Warren.
Now, let me just say this. If you want to measure how much you understand grace, if you want to measure how much you're living by grace, if you want to measure how much you are grateful for grace, put your giving to what the Bible says. Each one should give what he has decided in his heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. And God is able to make all grace, circle that, all grace, abound to you, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. Now let's circle all the alls. Okay? All grace, all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every, there's another one, every good work.
Catch Rick Warren's Daily Hope on KNKT 107.1 weekdays at 7:30 a.m. On the air and in your face.
But lovingly so.
This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm.
Watching the time just ticking. Clock runs around, days in and out. Can't really call it living. Somewhere I let light go dark. But here's where my new story starts. Take my life and let it be. Set on fire for all to see. Break me down, build me up again. Don't leave me the way I've been. Take my heart into your hands. Come and finish what you began. Till I seek your kingdom first. Till I shine, shine.
heaven on earth. Like heaven on earth. I wanna wake, I wanna see all of the ways you're moving. Show me the need, cause I wanna be a part of what you're doing. In my heart, let kingdom come. Not my will, but yours be done. Take my life and let it be set on fire for all to see. Break me down, build me up again. Don't leave me the way I've been. Take my heart into your hands. Come and finish what you began. Till I seek your kingdom first. Till I shine like heaven on earth. Like heaven on earth. Help me move when I should move. Help me rest when I should rest. Help me give what I should give. All of me, nothing less. Help me speak your grace and truth. Help me fight for those who can't. Help me love the way you love. Never holding nothing back. Take my life and let it be. Set on fire for all to see. Break me down, build me up again. Don't leave me the way I've been. Take my heart into your hands. Come and finish what you began. Till I seek your kingdom first. Till I shine like heaven on earth. Like heaven on earth. Like heaven on earth. Like heaven on
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
You guys on MySpace or?
Are you worried about Facebook abusing your personal information? Are you afraid Facebook no longer respects your privacy? Then come on back to MySpace. At MySpace.com, you can socialize with friends or find interesting musicians. Find one-of-a-kind comedians.
Hey, everybody, I call this comedy club in my living room. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And read stories of things you already heard about 3 days ago. So sign up now with MySpace. Here's a recent message. Hey, I'm Tom. I'm so lonely. Is anyone else out there? Anyone? I'm not weird. Nothing creepy. I'm just looking for a friend. Join Tom and dozens more who are on MySpace now. And when you scroll down and see sign in with Facebook, just skip that step. MySpace.com. You can trust your personal stuff with us, because nobody's looking.
Beautiful. I'm back. I'm back on MySpace, guys. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Welcome to the show, everybody. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Dex, Steve-O. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Thebes. What's going on, man? Mark, what's going on? Shout out to our friends over on YouTube, Dento. I don't know. Is that one of those crazy weird? Yep. Block that.
Got it. On it.
Man. Good job, everybody. Star 88 FM on Facebook and YouTube. Go and follow us. Watch the show. Hang out. Cool little country club to be a part of. You get a little red hat and everything. It's pretty cool. One of those cool like vests with a bunch of flair. Members only jackets. We should give out.
Well, you
members
wonder why
only
when
jackets.
you look at the numbers and it's like there are 53 people watching right now. 5 people commenting. Paul, Mark, Thebes, Britt,
Yeah.
Seth.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jared, I missed you too.
All right.
Shout out to Jeremy. What up?
Hey, Jeremy, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
Doing good?
So good.
You doing good?
Let's
Okay.
go talk to the nerds. Nerd talk.
Hi, welcome to Nerd Talk. I'm your host, Jeffrey Michael Princeton Lewis.
I'm a nerd.
It's a new name for me.
Yeah?
I just wanted to talk this morning about comic books because it's my favorite thing in the world.
Nerd!
You may mock now, but it's going to come back to bite you when you realize the psychological damage you've done to me.
Nerd overlord? Anyway, you're that guy.
That's actually what I wanted to talk about today.
Oh, really? You want to talk about nerds?
Talk about mental health.
Oh, mental health.
Isn't this really interesting that yesterday we had Wynn on the show in the 7 o'clock hour, and she was talking about mental health and about trying to overcome the stigma. And then I read this crazy comic book yesterday, no pun intended, and discovered some things. Max Bemis. He is the lead singer in a band called Say Anything, and we played him here on the station.
So that guy right there, huh?
Yes, this guy right here. He's the lead singer in a band called Say Anything. Amazing.
Back in the old, what was it called? M88 days?
Yeah.
Massive, what'd you call it back in the day?
Static.
Oh, yeah, Static.
Yeah, that was a static time. Max Bemis, he's singer-songwriter for the band Say Anything. So he's also kind of nerdy cool and has been writing this comic book for a while now called Moon Knight. Moon Knight's not necessarily one of those characters that everybody knows about. In fact, he's kind of odd in the sense that Moon Knight is a guy who, in the world of the Spider-Mans and the Captain Americas and all these things, is, well, he's crazy.
Does he get his power from the moon? Does he only come out at night?
So here's the quick, I'll give you a quick synopsis of Moon Knight.
Full power on full moon?
Mark Spector, he was like a heavyweight boxer. He was a U.S. Marine.
Wow.
He left the military to become a mercenary. So he's like across the pond or something, working for the African mercenary dude in Egypt, something. And he stumbles upon an archaeological dig.
Nice.
Which uncovers an ancient temple where there's artifacts, including a statue of this Egyptian moon god, Khonshu. So they're like, bro, we're going to loot this place. We're going to take all this stuff. And something happens. And, you know, basically like the Egyptians who worship these ancient gods are like, bro, you're not taking our stuff. They take this character and they place him before the statue and all the stuff. And this Egyptian god appears to him. And long story short, he's this guy who's embodied by this Egyptian god, and he's got these crazy powers.
Nice. Okay.
Right?
All right.
I mean, it's a comic book, right? So it's like always this like weird nerdy thing.
Yeah.
Well, recently, Max Bemis took over writing for Moon Knight, and he wasn't the first one to kind of take this turn as far as the character of Moon Knight, but they kind of reimagined him in a way that, is it real that he had these powers from this Egyptian god, or is he schizophrenic? So he's in this psych ward, and it's like, wait, he's got these powers. No, he doesn't have these powers. He's crazy, and he's got a straitjacket on, and you're going, well, wait, what's real? And it was, honestly, I'm not going to lie, very confusing for me. Teo, when he was here, he was a huge fan of Moon Knight. We would read the comic and try and like decipher it and talk about it. But seriously, all of a sudden it's like multiple personalities came into it, and he was getting his strength from either this Egyptian god or he was just crazy, and no one really knew. And it was kind of a hard read as far as comic books go because it was a little convoluted. It was a little confusing. And now we have an understanding of why. Max Bemis, the singer-songwriter of the band Say Anything, who is the writer for Moon Knight, or should I say was the writer for Moon Knight, released his final comic book yesterday when Moon Knight 200 hit shelves. For Marvel Comics, he'd been writing the book for a while, and he's coming to the end of his Moon Knight run with issue 200, which came out yesterday. But there was more to it than just, hey, I've been writing this kind of weird comic book about a guy that's either crazy or he's actually a superhero, but no one's really sure. Turns out, a couple years ago, Max Bemis suffered a crazy emotional breakdown and had to get locked up.
Oh, wow.
No joke. In real life. So in suffering this emotional breakdown, kind of went off the deep end, went a little nuts, and sought out help and did something called therapeutic living, which is a really interesting term. Therapeutic living, for those that aren't aware, which I wasn't aware, is the idea that through life, through basically going out and taking risks and just kind of getting yourself out there and stretching yourself and doing things is a way to move past whether it's emotional or mental abuse or whatever's going on with you, kind of a way to overcome. So he went to Marvel and said, hey guys, I'm schizophrenic.
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of crazy.
So he got diagnosed with schizophrenia.
So he went off the deep end, and in order to get better, he started writing this comic book that turns out is a little more autobiographical, which was why it was kind of all over the place.
Wow.
This was the way
these are things that were happening to him, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he used this comic book as a tool to kind of like get these stories out there that were going on in his brain at the time, and like these characters and these, I don't want to say multiple personalities, but I mean basically like these multiple personalities.
Wow. That's
after
really
he had
interesting.
this crazy emotional breakdown. He talked to Bleeding Cool, which is a comic website about it. Talked about the Marvel comic Moon Knight and how that became his therapy in comic book form. And initially, Marvel was like, "No, this is kind of weird. This is out there. You want to do what?" And eventually, they trusted him and said, "Okay, well, what's going on?" Because all of a sudden, Moon Knight's got a daughter, which in turn was Max Bemis's daughter. And it was literally things that were happening within his life as he was trying to run this comic book. And now looking back, he's kind of revealed that this whole comic run that he did, this whole series he did, was an encapsulation of his life, his brain, and its unraveling.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy?
That is crazy.
This is exactly how I put it.
This
Quote,
is crazy.
A book written by a mentally ill Jew about a mentally ill Jew. And unfortunately, it bordered on too crazy for its own good, in the opinion of some at Marvel. So it's come to its end. And I'm telling you, like, I picked it up. And again, shout out to Astro Zombies Comic Shop here in Albuquerque, because they usually help with stuff like this. I wouldn't have even known about it if Chris Lowe, as we call him, the manager at Astro Zombies, was saying, "Hey, do you remember the band Say Anything? This is the final issue." And turns out, because I had tried to read it and it was so out there. It was so odd, and this character was a little crazy. And he told me about the story yesterday and said, turns out it's autobiographical. He just released this big statement. I think this would be good for the morning show. And just gave me the copy of this book. And so I'm going, all right. So, and I was trying to go through it going, this is this guy's life.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, yeah, it's really interesting. Unfortunately, it when he announced it, people were either like, whoa, this is amazing, and I'm glad you sought help, and I'm glad that you're dealing with it in this way. And other people got really, really angry. Especially the idea of putting mental illness onto a superhero, right? Because they didn't want people to kind of praise that and go, oh, yeah, it's really cool to have, you know what? I'm not going to get help. I'm just going to become a superhero, right?
Yeah.
And so, which unfortunately led to Marvel Comics saying, hey, I think this is going to be the end of this storyline. And so, like I said yesterday, Moon Knight 200 released, and it's the final issue of his entire storyline of Moon Knight. But I thought that was really...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Because, somebody said, hey, this sounds like Legion to me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Remember? But what was different, what's set apart about this is, man, this was Max Bemis's real life. Like, he gave Mark Spector, the character of Moon Knight, a daughter because he was writing his autobiography in comic book form and put it on the character of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Which is really, man, super out there. Jarrett says, now I kind of want to go read some of it. And yeah, I will say this. I started trying to read it, and like I said, it's autobiographical about a man whose life is unraveling, who is dealing with some very deep mental issues, and because of that, at times it was hard. It's kind of hard to get through. So I'm not saying like, dude, this is like this guy's magnum opus. Everybody go read this comic. I'm just pointing to the fact that I thought this whole therapeutic living idea was very interesting. I thought it was cool that Marvel gave him a chance, because when he first approached Marvel, they were going, yeah, no. And then the more they thought about it, they thought this is really interesting. And the fact that they didn't do it as a publicity stunt and go, hey, this guy's got mental health issues and he's going to write a comic book about himself. They waited until this. I mean, this has been going on for, I think, about 2 years now. Like, he's been putting out this comic book every month. And now as it's done, people are, Marvel's coming out and saying, hey, this entire story.
Yeah.
Was Max Bemis's life. Again, the front man of the band Say Anything, which is a big reason why the band broke up as well, because he suffered this mental breakdown and couldn't do it. But kudos to the guy, Max Bemis, for not giving up hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than like, oh man, I've been diagnosed with, whatever it is, and just going off the deep end, he found, as he called it, therapeutic living. He found a way to cope and to live with what he had been diagnosed with in a healthy way, to try and release some of that. And I think it's so vitally important, because no matter what it is we're dealing with, we got to get it out there. We talk about this all the time, like whether it's just through therapy, like, or talking to somebody, a counselor, a pastor, or whatever it is. And so I thought it was quite interesting that he was able to find an outlet creatively to kind of release some of this and get better.
Did he talk about did he have a bad childhood? Did some bad things happen to him when he was growing up?
He didn't open up, at least in this one. He didn't open up about what it was necessarily that caused the mental breakdown.
Yeah.
He's always been a guy that was searching, if you will, and you can hear it in a lot of his lyrics. So, yeah.
Your life is always the post of something else.
Do you remember the band Isley?
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember Isley.
We played the tar out of Isley. M88 days, Static Days. They were a phenomenal Christian band, and the lead singer of Isley, Sherry Dupree. Her name is Sherry Dupree Bemis, because she is married to Max Bemis.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they met while on tour, and so, gosh, they've been married for years. So. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting, man.
Yep. So, yeah, he grew up, he lived, or born in New York City, moved to Hollywood when he was a kid.
Yeah, I think they should turn that into a Netflix series.
Right? They could turn his life into a series. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which he gave the reason, unfortunately, self-medicated with drugs, primarily marijuana. But being the front man in this, 90s rock band or 2000s rock band, rocked that recreational drug life, and people don't realize the damage it does to your brain.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking yesterday with Wynn from Breaking the Silence about mental health and the idea that your brain is an organ, and what we're feeding it, and how we're using it as a muscle, and how we're healing, and unfortunately, we do a lot of damage to said organ through recreational drugs or drinking or whatever it is that we indulge in overly that causes, well, this.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's interesting. He calls himself a Jewish Christian. So he raised Jewish, found Jesus. So yeah. And so it's really interesting, this dude, and so yet he's always kind of thought so much, man, and struggled because
right.
We know those thinkers, right, and so
yeah, you got to find see, that's
proud of the Brian Nixons of the world,
right?
Who didn't go crazy.
Well, think about all of the creative types of people that are out there, and like when I think about school, I had friends that were so much more creative than I was. But I remember how they just didn't have a creative outlet. And a lot of times at school, you put something in front of them and they're bored. Like my kids are so creative and they're so bored at school. And I've been hearing about all these schools. There's like all these different schools. And maybe this is a school a lot like maybe what Jack goes to, where it's not a typical like school. And like you don't do a lot of the same things, routines that a school does. It's more of like geared towards having kids find that creative outlet, what they're gifted at.
I wish. No, Jack's
schools don't like that?
they have
Okay.
a ton of homework.
Yeah.
So
What?
yeah.
Because I know I talked to a parent. What their kids goes to a school where they allow the kids to be creative, and so they don't just like throw English in front of them. They throw. They find out where they're at and the kinds of things that they're into, and allow them to go out there and use that gift and be creative. And I thought that was really cool because I think that's where schools are missing the mark a lot of times. You know, there's not that creative outlet for kids, and so you see them getting in trouble. You see them being the troublemakers in class. You see them getting expelled because they don't fit in.
Yeah,
and all they need, and then you have parents and teachers saying, put the kid on medicine. He needs to get on Ritalin or whatever. And it's like Henry Rollins talked about this when he was growing up. He was very creative, and he was that person that just always wanted to just do different things. And his parents put him on Ritalin, and he said that completely just took away his whole personality. Like it was gone, and he would just sit there grinding his teeth all day long because, you know, to put him on medication when he didn't necessarily have to be on medication, you know? So it's really sad to see a lot of times that these kids, all they need is just a creative outlet, you know?
Yeah, well, and I'm glad Max Bemis decided to seek professional help as well. You know what I mean? Like he was diagnosed, like I said, it wasn't schizophrenia, it was bipolar disorder. But then used that when writing the character for Moon Knight. Man, it's really interesting. But like I said,
Moon Knight.
Yeah, it's one that I'm not recommending the comic book. It's more just what he did personally to overcome this and to get through it, as far as after suffering an emotional breakdown, and wanted to clean up his life. Like, here we go. I'm gonna write this comic book. And what's cool is he had an opportunity to continue writing for Marvel, another comic book that's releasing next week. But he was like, you know what? I did this. And that was great, and I want that to be a lasting legacy, if you will, as far as comic book writing. And so he chose not to do this. Like, there was this, Spider-Man meets, some dumb, not as in-depth, serious comic, and so he turned it down, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, Moon Knight, who knew?
Moon Knight.
Yeah,
it's a pretty solid name.
I'm glad that things like this are being talked about, because it seems like hopefully the stigma of being able to discuss things are kind of coming to an end, or maybe we're breaking that stereotype.
Oh, I think we are.
Yeah.
I think we are. I think just look at like therapy, you know, back, what was it? I mean, even in the 90s, I remember in the 90s, you didn't tell people you went to therapy. And think about what it was like in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. You really didn't talk about it. If you went to therapy, you were crazy.
Right.
And you didn't want your neighbors, your friends, your family members knowing that you went to therapy. And it wasn't until like the 2000s where we started to talk about it.
Right.
And we started to figure out, like, man, it's absolutely okay to go to therapy, even if you don't even have issues or problems, or you're not really, it's just good.
Dude,
we need to talk to somebody.
Speaking of talking, somebody said, I'm almost in tears right now. I was creative as a child. I found my outlet in computer programming as an adult. I almost feel you describing some of my struggles in school.
Wow.
And somewhat a social misfit, no matter how much I tried to fit in. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously.
We got to figure out how to fix that in the public school systems, you know?
And not just the schools, like in our culture. Coming up, I got a story about Ben Roethlisberger, and it's almost weird that we have to have this conversation that Ben Roethlisberger felt the need to have to say something because of what he's seeing right now in sports culture. And so I was
just wouldn't be happy.
So it's not just nerd culture, guys. It's literally just culture. The stigmas and the stereotypes. Hopefully we're breaking those down.
Break them down.
It's ridiculous.
Break them down. Build them back up. All right, we're hanging out live on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88 FM if you want to chime in on the conversation. And, of course, phone lines are open at 505-338-3700. What's the live line to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang out.
In this hotspot, Skip Heitzig lists some of the false beliefs about Satan.
Number one, that he is not real at all. He is not a being at all. He is a fictional character to be used in silly little stories and jokes.
Now, a literal hotspot from Skip.
Would it shock you to know that Satan is not in hell? Would it further shock you to know that Satan has never been to hell? And that he won't go to hell until the end of the tribulation period?
Hotspot. Find a full treasure of teachings from Skip at connectwithskip.com. Now more in this hotspot.
He knows he's going down. He's fighting a losing battle. He knows that. But he wants to create as much chaos and bring as many people down with him as he can.
Now a major misconception about God and Satan.
And in this quarter, ladies and gentlemen, is God. And in this corner is the devil. And they're at it. And who's going to win this round? No. There's really no battle. God doesn't fight. He just wins.
Hotspot.
Carl Liss on a solar flare. Who you are is not defined by what you do, but it is defined according to who Jesus is to you. That's a solar flare on Star 88.
When everyone you thought you knew deserts your fight, I'll go with you. You're facing down a dark hall. I'll grab my light and go with you. I'll 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 go with you. Surrounded and up against the wall, I'll shred them all and go with you. When choices end, you must defend. I'll grab my back and go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Yeah. Stay with me. No, you don't need a run. Stay with me. No, you don't need a run. Stay with me. No, you don't need a run. Stay with me. No, you don't need a run. If there comes a day, people posted up at the end of your driveway. They're calling for your head and they're calling for your name. I'll bomb down on them, I'm coming through. Do they know I was grown with you? If they hear the smoke, no, I'll go with you. Just keep it outside, yeah. Stay with me. You don't need a run. Stay with me. My love. You don't need a run. Stay with me. You don't need a run. Stay with me. My love. You don't need a run. If you find yourself in a lion's den, I'll jump right in and pull my pin and go with you. I'll 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 go with you. My God, I'll go with you. Yeah. Stay with me. No, you don't need a run. Stay with me. My love, you don't need a run. Stay with me. No, you don't need a run. Stay with me.
Now, a Star 8 PowerPoint. Here's Francis Chan.
What does that do to you? I know some of you grew up in church, so you're used to hearing the word God. And you say it over and over and over, and you lose its meaning when we say that word God. We're talking about a being who right now is so different from us that if he tore the roof off of this Colosseum and he let us look at his face, we would all die immediately. We're talking about a being who's allowing us to live right now and determines whether we make it through this meeting. When we say God, we're talking about a being sitting on his throne in unapproachable light, with lightning and thunder and fire all around his throne, and 100 million angels all saying, "Worthy, worthy are you."
That was Francis Chan on Star 8 with a PowerPoint. It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Hey, Starmy, good morning.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance yesterday, but to thank you guys for the pizza on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And, hey, I love you guys. Can I share something that I'm actually doing with the Morning Invasion? Because I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's hear it.
So I've stored up about a month's worth of podcasts that I haven't listened to because I just want to listen to you guys all day throughout the day, from work, home, to church, and back. So... man, I just love you guys. I'm like all the way back in September.
Wow.
So I'm in September's topics. Yeah.
You're like you're binge listening right now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm bitching. Yeah, I am, dude. But I just love you guys so much. You guys are so awesome. I realize it's the end of the hour, but you guys are talking about anxiety back then.
Yeah.
And I remember Friday, I was so nervous to meet you guys, and I almost didn't go because of anxiety. So I thought, because I was listening to that earlier, I thought I'd just chime in and let you guys go.
Dude,
I met you guys. Love you guys.
That makes my day that you, even though you were kind of stressing and dealing with anxiety over it, the fact that you actually still showed up is huge to me, because I know a lot of people who are deal with anxiety. And
I think most of the Starmy that day dealt with anxiety.
Dude, guess what? I dealt with anxiety too, because I get nervous because meeting new people is exciting, but it's also scary for me as well. So I'm glad I showed up, but
yeah, right.
It's cool that you were actually there and that you did show up and you didn't let it get the best of you. So
what was your name?
Devin.
Devin. All right, yeah, Devin.
Dude,
I remember you.
Good to talk to you. That's really cool.
All right, hey, thank you guys. Love you guys. Have a great day.
I love you, man.
I can't wait to listen to this in a month from now. So.
All right, man. Godspeed. Call us back after you're caught up. All right. Bye-bye. Chime in anytime.
See, Mark says that's the way you beat anxiety.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Yay.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
Series of pipe bombs mailed to prominent Democrats and critics of the president. These crude bombs and other suspicious packages have been sent to them through the mail or by courier.
The full weight of our government is being deployed to conduct this investigation and bring those responsible to justice.
Seventh child has died from what is a common virus. The outbreak outside New York City at a New Jersey pediatric unit that cares for vulnerable children.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average diving more than 600 points.
Erases all gains for the entire year.
An apology from Megyn Kelly for defending blackface Halloween costumes.
I was wrong, and I am sorry.
Police in Florida say two girls, just 11 and 12 years old, planned on using knives and this pizza cutter to kill at least 15 of their classmates.
Former Hurricane Willa is now quickly losing strength after slamming into the Pacific coast of Mexico as a Category 3 storm.
That same system could become the first nor'easter of the season.
Should end it. Bogarts gathers it in. Red Sox up 2 games to nothing.
It's over, guys. The World Series is over.
It's over, everybody. Sorry, man. Much like the NBA. It's just going to be the Warriors again. Yeah, it's going to be them Warriors. Maybe the Celtics, though, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping this year's going to be a little more of a... Yeah.
Maybe, Gordon Hayward, once he gets back, we'll see what happens. Good morning, everybody. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Thanks for hanging out with us on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're listening. Through the app, thank you so much. Love you guys. Thanks for chiming in. A lot of people talking about mental health.
Yeah.
A lot of you out there are dealing with it or have a loved one that's going through it right now. It's hard, man. It's really hard. Let's talk about what it means to be a man. Qualities a man should have. What qualities do women love in men? You know, what are some of those things?
See, those are two totally different things.
I don't know. Are they though? Because I mean, I
feel
care
like
what
dudes
women think
will
about
say,
dudes.
right? And I think dudes will say like one very specific thing, and the ladies will be like, not true. I mean, we talked about the fact that Daniel Craig was getting lit up by Piers Morgan because of the way he had like his little man pouch or whatever. What are those things called? The baby Bjorn carrying his baby. And then the women were chiming in on the morning show going, actually, I find that very attractive.
Yeah, and honestly, as another guy, I see that and I go, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do when the kids were little. I had one of those little
Piers Morgan.
Little packs. You know, you strap your kid in, let's go.
But is it different in different cultural circles, if you will? Because recently there was a commentary happening because, let's be real, man. I jumped on to cheer for these Raiders because John Gruden, because Derek Carr, and it's been an interesting ride this year. The Oakland Raiders are 1-5. They are tragically bad. And it's getting worse. They just traded away their best wide receiver in Amari Cooper.
Man. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. They got a first-round pick for it, and I was actually kind of excited about it. It's like, at this point, just play for draft picks. However, one of the big commentaries coming out was the fact that when they were playing over at Wembley in England, Derek Carr got sacked like, 9 times, 8 or 9 times? I can't remember. And at one point, a teammate was pulling him up, and video released of him crying. Okay.
Actual audio.
Looked like Derek Carr was shedding tears on the football field, and the sports world lit him up. Like Sports Center, everybody's talking about it going, psh, well, he's lost his team. Rumor has it in the locker room, no one trusts him. Derek Carr's crying. Man, he's the quarterback of the team. There's no crying in football.
There's no crying?
Yeah.
There's no crying in football.
Well done. Well done. Didn't exactly have. Yeah. So he had to come out and he tweeted and said, hey, I'm a Raider. It's not a popular thing to be a Raider right now, but I am, and I love it. I love the struggle of trying to fight back for our city when not a lot of people believe in us. People can try all they want to tear us apart, but it's not happening to the real ones. Sadly, I follow Derek Carr on Twitter, and after that, he still got lit up by fans who are like, fight for the city? Which city is that? Las Vegas or Oakland?
No.
Cry, baby.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like,
gosh.
oh, my gosh.
Oh, what are you crying about?
Right? Here we go. Here we go. I wonder what your mom would have to say to this.
She'd tell Derek Carr to knock it off. Get back in the game.
Derek Carr allegedly has a, quote, fractured relationship with his Raider teammates because he cried. They're saying their teammates' confidence in him has waned because film that appeared to show the quarterback crying after he took a hit in Oakland's loss in Seattle in Week 6, as I mentioned. People are saying, hey, listen, you can't cry, bro.
Are you crying?
Yeah, I got feelings too. You're a man, bro. And men don't cry.
No, I don't cry. Yeah, especially if you're a Raiders fan, you can't cry, man. Am I right, Steve-O? Well, Steve-O's wearing a Raiders hat right now. He's a Raiders fan now, guys.
Dude, it's a tragic season. I'm still interested to see what John Gruden's going to do with all these draft picks. That's beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, that became like the commentary. Well, Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is funny because normally, like, Steelers fans, Raiders fans, they hate each other. Like, nobody's wanting to, like, AFC, bro. Well, Ben Roethlisberger, amidst the reports that, like, hey, homie was over here crying. Who's crying?
What a baby.
Roethlisberger actually offered up his view on modern manhood because people were mocking Derek Carr. He said, quote, I think as men in general, we all need to show emotion. I think there's a misconception that as men, we shouldn't show emotion, and I think that's wrong. I think we need to show emotion, whether it's a movie, if you want to cry, if it's funny, if it's sad.
I love you.
If you want to be around your wife or your girlfriend, just because you cry doesn't make you any less manly. And I think, sadly, that's a false narrative. Of course, what makes him cry?
Oh.
We don't know because the reporters are dumb. They didn't ask him. Was it The Notebook? Was it what would make you cry?
Oh, man, Notebook. I cried
Old
like
Yeller?
a baby.
This Is Us?
Oh, This Is Us. I can't watch it anymore because I cry like a baby.
The Tom Holland scene?
I cry all my tears away.
Infinity War?
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those guys who doesn't like to cry around people because I was raised in a home where I wasn't allowed to cry.
Right. No, it's not. You're not. That's not even being funny.
What are you crying about?
That's my mom. That's your mom. My mom. He said, when it comes to football, if something hurts, I mean, he might have been hurting. Who knows? I know I've cried in the locker room before from both joy, but also from pain. You lose a football game. If you're not showing emotion, if he's not, or if he gets up from something like that and he's laughing it off, then he's going to get chastised for not showing enough emotion. So I don't exactly know the story you're talking about, but I don't think it makes us any less manly to show emotion, which I thought was great of Ben Roethlisberger to come to the aid of Derek Carr and say that because, dude, come on.
Right.
Somebody said, update, guys. The NFL has now made it a 35-yard penalty for making Derek Carr cry.
Oh,
no,
wow.
Stop it.
Oh, wait. So apparently my mom did release a statement to Derek Carr. I think this is what she said.
Okay, girl, pull up your big girl panties. Here we go. I got it. You know, it's
man.
life. It is what it is.
It is. Yeah. Poor Derek Carr, man.
That's your
Getting
mom,
it from
bro.
my mom, too.
That's your mom.
You know, I mean.
Remember the storm? He said, classic toxic masculinity. I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Well, I mean, it's definitely changing because, well, there's a lot of, well, it's different. The parents that raised us are completely different than the parents today. You know, most of them are, some same, but I would say that it's more acceptable for men to cry. It really is.
Okay.
But I think you still have those people that grew up in homes where that wasn't okay if you're a man. You don't want to show it's like showing your weakness, which is kind of weird to me, right?
Yeah.
It's being vulnerable.
Yeah.
You don't show your weakness, man. And to me, I don't know why it always goes back to when I played sports, there was always that kid on my team that would miss his fourth or fifth shot, and there he goes crying again, and you're
See,
just
and
like,
that's,
come
yeah.
on,
So it's like,
bro.
well, where's the line? Because same, like if it's one thing to show emotion, it's another thing to lose it. Like in baseball, you get up to the plate, you strike out, you throw your bat down on the ground, and you grab your batting helmet and you throw it, and then you're like crying all the way back to the dugout. That's poor showing of emotion, in my opinion. That's like breaking down and like, no, dude, that is no place in the game because it's like, bro, it's the third inning. Like, it's going to be okay.
Right.
It's a game of failure. Keep going because you don't want to give up. But that's not what he was doing. He was just, dude, he might have been hurt. That was like the 9th time he was sacked that day because the offensive line is the worst in the NFL. So maybe he's fed up. They're 1-5.
I get it. At the same time, though, I mean, I want to say, okay, it's okay to cry, but come on, bro. You're a quarterback in the NFL. This is a game, and you're crying.
I mean,
I don't know.
he didn't fall apart. Okay. He was shedding tears.
If he's hurt and he's crying, I'm okay with that. But if he's just crying because the game's not going the way that he wants it to go, then that's different.
There's a difference between throwing a tantrum and showing emotion, though.
You don't think he was throwing a tantrum?
No,
He held
because
it
he
together?
got back up and he had to keep playing. He had his teammates picking him back up. But he was on the ground because he was sacked again.
Well, he's a quarterback. That's what happens to you.
Yeah, not when you have a good offensive line.
And you know what? This has never happened before, right? He's never There's no footage or anything else like where he's known to cry. So, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll give him this pass.
Dude, how about this from a manly man, Thebes? Giant bearded man of glory who doesn't really cry.
Yes. He's a mountain man.
I talked with an old friend a couple of days ago, and stuff in his life drove me to call my wife and assure her I love her and would never leave her. I cried.
Oof. Wow.
Dude, thank you for sharing, Thebes.
Yeah. No kidding.
So, I don't know, man. It's kind of sad that we see this, and yeah. Kim says, I love Carr. It's okay to cry. Dude, his teammates are being traded. People he has built relationships with. I mean, come on. I've been crying for every trade. Dex, I will stick you if you mock him again.
Wow, relax, guys. Jeez. Wow.
So,
I mean,
somebody said nothing wrong with crying. What are we supposed to be, robots? I cried for Infinity War. I've cried for episodes of The Office. And when the Astros lost to the Red Sox, I cried. Somebody said nobody slammed Tom Brady, crying after last year's Super Bowl. All quarterbacks have cried. Somebody else said it's called a mantrum.
A mantrum.
You're trying to make me cry.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else said my wife makes fun of me for crying during Coco, and I cry every time.
Yep, can't watch those. I know I'll cry. I will.
Have you seen Coco?
No, I haven't seen Coco. I won't watch that. No, I'm not going to watch it. I'll cry.
Dude.
I can't do it,
I felt the
man.
same way. I was like, I'm not going to. And I don't know if it's just because of, like, my mom's side of the family, like, is Coco. But, like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
That's, like, tied with Up as far as Pixar crying for me.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's good, man. Yeah, so, okay, just throwing
Somebody
it out
said,
there.
whatever, it's still wussy to cry in a football game.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to know, because he's playing football.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem like he's throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
Could be hurt, or he could just be going through a lot of emotions because they just traded his buddy, and, you know, he knows. I mean, look at the Raiders. How many games have they lost so far?
Well, they're 1-5.
1-5. Okay, they're 1-5.
So,
I
in
mean,
6 games,
but the season just started too. So
to the Browns.
I mean, wow, the season just started, Derek Carr. I mean, what does the rest of the season
Playing
look
the Colts this weekend.
Ooh,
actually, at this point, you know what? Lose out. Draft pick, bro. Just lose out.
Maybe it's time to retire, Derek Carr.
Just lose out. Most people are thinking he's going to be traded.
How old is Derek Carr?
What is he? 26? How old is DC?
He's a young guy. He's a young
27.
What?
27.
27.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So, remember the time we chimed in? Our boy Dento on YouTube and said Khabib's wife was having a baby, and the reporter said, hey, I bet you wish you were at the hospital with her, and he looked at her and said no, like it was something that men don't do.
Okay, first off, he grew up in Russia.
Yeah.
That's different.
He wrestled bears as a child.
Yeah,
like,
they don't go to the
talk about
hospital.
His culture versus ours.
Right. Women are treated completely different.
Derek Carr went to Fresno State, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Khabib wrestled bears.
Completely different type of man. Seriously. Like, completely on the other side of the spectrum.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You can't compare Khabib to Derek Carr.
But here's the question, man. Yeah, I'm going to ask it. He's still bear wrestling man, didn't control his emotions, and is indefinitely suspended by the Nevada Athletic Commission because he jumped over the octagon and attacked somebody outside because of the words that they said about him and his family.
He didn't cry.
So?
He didn't
Still
cry.
a form of allowing his emotions to get the best of him. So it's okay to throw punches, but it's not okay to cry as a man. You're still allowing some outside influence and or emotion to overwhelm you to the point that you have no control over your body.
I will say this about Khabib, though. He did apologize for it.
Okay.
He did. He apologized. He's not perfect. He made a mistake.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's more acceptable as a man? Like, why do we have these things where it's like, well, it's okay for this, but it's not okay for that? He still was in a spot where his emotions controlled him.
No, you're right. He should have, especially being a mixed martial artist, you should have discipline and you should be able to control your emotions. Same time, he grew up in a different place than the average, like, American. You know, we can't even comprehend what it's like to live and grow up in Russia, where it's cold all the time and you're not allowed to do anything because the government controls your life, and you're fighting every day to put food on your plate to feed your family. I mean, it's a completely different life. So you have a different type of human being over there. Yeah. So I kind of give them a kind of a pass for, hey, you made a mistake. You couldn't control your emotions. Dude, like Connor almost killed one of his teammates by throwing a dolly through a bus. I feel like he's allowed to be a little emotional about it. Just saying. He didn't cry, though. No crying.
Somebody said my little brother told me, he's 15, by the way, he's trained himself not to cry. He didn't cry when our dad was deployed last year, and he didn't cry when we put down our dog.
Oh, wow.
I wish he would have taken mine and my dad's advice that it's okay to show emotion, especially in those situations.
He trained himself? Wow, that's kind of sad, right?
Somebody is sticking by the it's wussy to cry in football. You got to suck it up. Somebody else said, Dodgers fans be crying a day. Am I right?
Yeah, dude. There's nothing like a good cry, though.
Yeah, because on the flip side, somebody said, man, I stepped on a Lego in the middle of the night. I cried.
Trying to remember, you know what? The last time that I cried from like physical pain was when I was passing a kidney stone. Like I was crying.
Yeah. Somebody said, what about on Monday night? Roman Reigns, WWE superstar. He made the announcement that he is battling leukemia and had to step away. His brothers were out there. The members of the Shield were crying as well. Big, tough pro wrestlers crying on live television. It's okay.
Steve-O made me cry the other day. Wasn't physical pain, but it was emotional pain.
You mean when we got into our argument?
Yeah.
I cried too, jerk.
Yeah, I know. And I was sitting there like, dirty, I hate you so much.
We totally had like, I think our second fight ever.
Yeah.
And it ended with us like crying and hugging and saying, I love you, man. But it's true. It was emotional.
Still beating myself up.
Look, we're not saying
to
constantly like walk around crying and needing a safe space because somebody said, oh, okay, so because I'm mentally and physically tough, I'm now toxic. Really? I think we're going too far the other way and men are becoming too feminine. Yeah, we're not saying like walk around with your blankie and weep all day.
Right?
We're just saying it's okay for men to show emotion.
Yeah. I agree. It's okay. It's fine. You shouldn't train yourself to not cry. That person who trained himself to not cry, that's not okay.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that person, man.
Somebody said, man, I'm an emotional cry. I cry when I'm mad, sad, happy. Yeah. What's funny is another member this time he said how it's changed because a couple years ago an NFL dude was shedding tears during the national anthem and it was viewed as totally cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's patriotic. That's like, man, that's awesome. When I see someone cry over the flag, man, that's cool.
Somebody said, I mean, showing emotion is fine and admirable, but Derek Carr's simply feeling sorry for himself. If I was his mom, I would have marched down on that field and pulled him off of it. Unacceptable.
Oh, what are you crying about?
Yeah, man or woman. And so I hear that because I'm telling you, if Luke ever when he strikes out, because he does from time to time, because it's baseball and, batting 300 is considered all-star batting average. That means 7 out of 10 times you're getting out. If he, and it goes to the tears, it's like, nope.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Hey, knock that off.
Yeah, dude, shake it off.
Hold it together, man.
You're going to get back out there. You're going to get another at-bat. Who cares?
Yeah.
So I hear that aspect. I really do.
Starmy, go ahead.
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I'm going to change the subject a little just because I have something super important to ask.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't use social media or anything, but I have my work is doing something for New Mexico Kids Matter. And the current need in 2018, there's about 1,100 children in foster care in the Bernalillo County. And over here, we're collecting gift cards for kids in foster care.
Hey, can you hold on one second? Can we just need to stop? Can we put you on hold for a quick second, and then we can talk off air?
Get all the information and everything.
Thank you very much.
What? Thank you.
I mean, come on.
Thank you.
We're in the middle of a topic.
We're like about to go to break. We're in the middle of time. Yeah. Listen.
Yeah,
hey, steer that
you're
ship, bro.
You're only allowed to call in if you're going to cry on us. Thank you. I want some people to cry. I want to hear that crying.
I said maybe it was the fact that a 350-pound man was landing on top of him. Seriously.
Who hurt this guy?
I don't know. I have no idea. Don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Obama.
It's his fault.
Somebody said whoever's saying it's wussy to cry really needs to shut up because that type of attitude creates some really messed up people.
Yep.
That's not wrong.
That's not wrong.
Honestly. Like, whatever the situation is. Yeah, we got to suck it up. Yeah, we got to be men or women for that matter. I think I cry more than Chrissy does. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's
just growing up, seriously, like growing up the way she grew up, her dad cries more than her. He's an emotional dude. He's also one of the toughest men I've ever met in my entire life. Retired cattle rancher. And the funny thing is, we were talking just the other day, and I was mentioning how I love the fall and I'm really excited about this. And he got kind of like frustrated, and he was like, "You do?" And I said, "Yeah. You like the summer? It's so hot." And he goes, "I like the summer because the sun goes down later and I like being outside working." That's really what he said. And I was like,
that's a man right there.
And he was like, "Yeah, you lose sunlight. I lose work hours." He's retired. Like, he's not even, quote, working. He's like out on his land, like building fences and things. And yet he still shows more emotion than most people I know.
Mm-hmm.
He's a phenomenal man of God.
Yep.
So I hear what they're saying about the whole like stigma of it, like being like a wuss or like, dude. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for chiming in, guys. It's okay to cry. That's what we've learned, okay?
Somebody said, repressed emotion often leads to a very emotionally unstable person.
Right, yeah.
Unable to properly deal with a tough situation.
Yep.
Many bullies and abusers, for that matter, try and suppress their pain. And then it comes out in other terrible ways.
That's a fact right there. That's very true. All right, we got to take a quick break, guys. If you guys want to hang out, be a part of the conversation, Facebook and YouTube, you can go there, Star 88 FM. That's what you search. Subscribe, like our page, hang out with everybody. Thanks for chiming in. And we'll be back right after this. Hang out.
Hi, I'm Todd Nettleton, and this is the Voice of the Martyrs Radio. Azerbaijan literally translates to land of flame, but this shining name belies the rampant darkness and corruption of this oil-rich Central Asian state. Christians there are an extreme minority, comprising less than 1% of the nation's population. All religious groups are required to register with the government, yet Christian churches have found it difficult to receive legal recognition. Many churches are quickly shut down and members are threatened with imprisonment. Join me in praying for the faithful community of believers in Azerbaijan that the small flame of the gospel will not be snuffed out, but grow and shine into even the darkest corners.
I will not let my brothers and sisters suffer in silence, nor will I let them serve alone. To join me in prayer for persecuted Christians, go to vomradio.net.
Tony Evans. This is a Star 88 Supernova.
If you're going to beat the world and become a vibrant, strong Christian, you cannot have a long-distance relationship with God. You cannot be a part-time Christian. You cannot be a Sunday morning only saint. That this must be a lifestyle occupation. It must be an orientation whereby you draw near. The Apostle John's word for drawing near was to abide, come close to. The closer you get to God, the more God rubs off on you. Like being in a hot sun. The longer you're in the sun, the more the sun will rub off on you.
That was Pastor Tony Evans on a Star 88 Supernova. This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Star 88, New Mexico's fresh alternative.
It's your love in us. like we've come alive. We've come alive, and the world needs to know the hope that we hold. Love is breaking through the darkness. We're gonna burn bright like the city lights, just like the city lights. Just like the city lights. You're the brightest. You are lighting up the night. You're the wonder, bringing color to our lives. It's your love in us. Oh, it's your love. The city lights. We're gonna burn bright like we've come alive. We've come alive, and the world needs to know the hope that we hold. Love is breaking through the darkness. We're gonna burn bright like the city lights, just like the city lights. Just like the city lights. Your love is a fire. Your love is a fire. We will never be the same, and our hearts cannot contain. Your love is a fire. Your love is a fire. We will never be the same, and our hearts cannot contain. Your love is a fire. Your love is a fire. Oh, we're gonna burn bright like the city lights, just like the city lights. We're gonna burn bright like we've come alive. We've come alive, and the world needs to know the hope that we hold. Love is breaking through the darkness. We're gonna burn bright like the city lights, just like the city lights. 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 The city lights, like the city lights. Just like the city lights.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
What's wrong, Steve-O? What's wrong, man?
What?
I don't know. Dinto asked on YouTube. He's like, what's wrong, Steve-O? He's fine, all right? He's fine. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show, live from the Dream Style Remodeling, Star 88 Studios. We're going to get any more rain this week? I can't believe how much it rained yesterday. That was insane. Gonna be a beautiful day, guys. Gonna be a beautiful, sunny all day today. Good. Welcome to the show. Phone lines are open if you'd like to call into the show and say hello. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to call in. What's the live line to text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Coming up here in a little bit, and we want to see if our friend Steven can make it in. We were going to tackle a letter. We got a letter we want to tackle, but let's see if Steven will come in first. You know? I think it'd be a good person to have in on this.
Really good question. It's a really good conversation.
Yeah, so thanks for writing in, guys.
Really
we get letters all the time. So studio@star88.fm. You can always send us a letter, or you can type one, Just type away, guys. We love getting those letters, and we'll type up a letter, and we'll send one right back to you. Let me finish this letter real quick. And never call us again. Your friend, Dex and Steve-O. Hope to never hear your voice again.
What?
P.S. Love you. There we go. You like goats, right? He doesn't, guys. I'm the one who loves goats. It's me. I love the goats. Goats are my favorite.
Our boy Stephen Christian actually owns some goats.
Oh, is he getting rid of them?
That's a good question.
I'll take your goats, dude. I'll take them. I grew up with goats. My parents had goats. We had them in the junkyard. They would, because we'd always get sagebrush, weed stuff that it would grow. And so you just put some goats in there, man. They wipe them all out, man. They'll eat anything. Seriously. Wow. So yeah, I love goats. I think I might love donkeys. Did you see this video that's going viral? The opera donkey.
You can
see
bet
this?
that if it's a from YouTube, I have not.
I have. You can bet that if it's a stupid viral video, I've seen it. People will send me videos, and I'm like, really? I've seen this 100 times. I was like the first one to discover it. There's a video that's going viral, and it's a donkey with a great set of pipes. Her name is Harriet, and they're calling her the opera donkey. So here's this person filming, walking up to this donkey. This donkey looks over. It's like, oh, human being. Let me show off some of my skills. All right. Ready? Guys, that's a donkey. Whoa. That's Harriet singing opera music, showing off her skills. So beautiful, right?
That's it?
What? Wait.
That's it?
What did you just say? That's it?
I mean, I was expecting more.
What are you expecting, man?
Opera donkey?
Yeah, dude.
It literally just like sounded a little hoarse.
Are you ready? Let's go, Harriet. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. All right. That's good. That's good.
I'm just mad that you just like mowed right over my little horse comment.
Oh, I heard it. And I mowed right over that thing. Okay? Harriet's a donkey. She doesn't like horses. She's not a horse. Sing it, Harriet. Sing it. Yeah, Harriet. Yeah. AGT, here we go. Somebody get that donkey on AGT. Guaranteed million right there.
Gosh.
Woo! There you go. Look it up, guys. It's pretty fun.
It's literally...
That's a donkey. That's a donkey.
Oh, my gosh.
It's my favorite viral video right now, guys. It has 302,000 views. You know? Just brighten my my Thursday. Yep, I want to, Marcus, I want to meet this donkey in person too. I want to meet Harriet. Yep, adorable. Yep, utterly delightful.
Sarah says that donkey has a nice vibrato.
Ooh, nice. A little opera talk there.
Shannon says, Dex, you have literally made my girl's morning.
Oh, see, they love donkeys too. I love you too. I still love goats, but Harriet, you stole my heart this morning.
You've also given Shannon a chore, you jerk, because now she has to go look it up for them.
Go look it up, guys. Opera donkey.
Somebody said, it's hard to tell if it's Steve-O laughing or the donkey singing. Thank you so much.
Where's the laugh track?
So great.
Good, man.
So great.
Stormy, you're so funny. Yep. Give that Stormy member a prize. Oh, wait, we don't have prizes here.
Whatever, bro. We have oil changes.
Yes, we do. Thank
Courtesy
you to,
of IVS.
IVS. Thank you, IVS. Love you.
It's IVS.
Looking forward to getting my oil change pretty soon.
Yeah.
Coming up on that 5,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? All right. I think we need to do a PSA.
Okay.
Public service announcement. I see this happening all the time, and I get it. I understand why you would want to kill the spiders. I get it. But people are burning their homes down when they see a spider. And it kind of makes sense to me, but I'm still having a tough time with this. Is it they're lacking common sense? Listen. If you see a spider, please don't use a blowtorch to kill the spider. Even if you're outside of your house, please don't use a blowtorch or anything with fire. You'll start a forest fire or you'll burn your house down.
News story. Christina?
Well, Liz Warren, a set of bizarre circumstances here. Firefighters say the man inside called them saying he was house sitting for his parents, and at that time he was trying to scare off a couple of black widow spiders in his home, and he was using a blowtorch. They suspect that may have had something to do with the cause of this fire. If you look behind me, these crews still have their hands full at the moment.
He was trying to scare off a couple black widow spiders. So, with the blowtorch, guys, did you catch that?
Tell us that the flames tore through the attic and the second story about an hour ago. The good news is there were no injuries. This man was the only person home at the time. Again,
How mad would you be if Jack was house sitting while you and Chrissy were gone, and he decided to use the blowtorch?
Well, he's 15. Is that even legal?
To try to get rid of the spiders, to try to scare the black widow spiders away, and ended up lighting your house on fire, almost burning it down.
Well, now I'll allow the Starmie into my world just a little more.
Oh, did this happen? Did Jack do this?
No. Quite the opposite. No one will ever come over to my house now. And in fact, this will probably help deter creepy stalker people. Just this week, there's a spider crawling across our floor.
Ooh.
And so you would assume, like, Chrissy's the one that sees it. And so how do you think Chrissy handled it? A, she screamed and jumped on the kitchen table.
Okay.
B, being that she was without shoes, she yelled at me to kill it, kill it, kill it, and jump on it. C, barefoot and all, she just stomped on it like a crazy person. Or D, she made us go get pieces of paper to try and grab it so that we could pick it up and put it back outside in the garden where it could eat the other bad bugs.
Well, Chrissy and I are just alike. I mean, we were separated at birth. We're probably brother and sister.
Probably.
We're twins, actually.
Yeah, which is a little weird for me.
I'm just going to go off of what I would do.
Yeah.
I would have taken the piece of paper, grabbed the black widow spider, and then put it out in the garden to eat other things, because I don't kill insects, everybody. I love insects.
She actually has multiple black widow spiders.
Beautiful. Talk to me. Did I win?
Over by the mint.
Yes.
And I'm not being funny when I say, when she waters this area of the garden, one comes out of the wall and comes out to her. She's made multiple Insta stories on this, and I'm going, those are black widow spiders.
Yeah. Yeah.
And her response is, yeah, but they eat all the bad bugs.
Thank you.
Like, they take care of all the bad bugs, and
That's true.
It's actually a good thing.
It's
true.
It's
actually a good thing to have them in our garden.
That's
and
true.
I'm like, you know, our garden is connected to our house.
Yeah. Well,
I have found and murdered multiple black widows in our home. I didn't tell her about them, and she's already at work, so she doesn't know this. Well, she knows that I found him. She thinks that I put him back in the garden.
Unbelievable,
I
man.
murdered them dead.
Yeah, see, that's messed up, dude.
Black Widows!
I've seen you murder. What'd you murder the other day here at the studio? I was so mad at you. What was it?
Are you talking about the snail?
Yeah, well, not the snail. No, there was one over here though, like in out here in the radio thing.
The cockroaches, those don't count. Those don't have souls.
I thought there was something else that you
Those do
murdered.
not
Oh, it
have
was an
souls.
ant. I was so mad at you. There was this big ant.
Yeah.
And you stepped on it. I was so mad at you. Yeah. I was gonna grab it and put it outside.
Christy says, by the way, she's listening, and yes, you were separated at birth. Great. Now she
We're the
knows.
same person.
I literally killed multiple Black Widows, Christy. I'm just saying it right now.
Unbelievable.
I'm
you know what?
confessing.
Punish him and make him sleep on the couch with the black.
Yes,
you know
she
what?
does.
Make him
You know
sleep
what?
in the garden
She
with
does.
the Black Widows.
She punishes me every day.
Good.
I live in a house where Black Widows hang out in our backyard, but they're cool because they're helpful in the garden.
That's right. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's called the circle of life, okay? And you're throwing off nature, bro, when you kill a Black Widow spider. Yeah. Okay? So let's just get that straight, okay?
By the way,
It's the circle of life, son.
on the flip side, somebody said, my husband literally did this a few weeks ago. We killed up to 20 Black Widows outside of our home with a blowtorch.
Guys, what are you doing? Don't use fire. Are you kidding me?
Somebody else said Black Widows to kill, fire to kill spiders? No, why would you use fire? Demons from hell have no problem with fire.
No, they're not demons from hell.
You use holy water.
Can we go back to this news report? Because I want to see if they interview the guy that burned down his parents' house.
I believe he was
Please
house
interview
sitting
him.
for his parents or some family members. He was able to make it out okay. This was a 2-alarm fire.
Put him on.
29 firefighters rushed here
Interview
to
him.
try to put the flames out. It is under control now. They are still looking into the cause, but again,
the
they
guy
say
on.
it appears it may have been caused when this man was trying to scare off some spiders with a blowtorch. We'll have more as soon as we hear from the
Ugh.
battalion chief. We are still waiting to speak to him to learn more about this
Thanks.
fire. But for now, reporting live from Northeast Fresno, Christina Fan, ABC 30.
Thanks for nothing, Christina.
Okay. Thebes just gave Chrissy the greatest nickname in the history of the universe. My wife will now be known as Morticia, and it's not wrong.
I like it.
She is Morticia Adams of the Adams family.
Yes,
Right.
go ahead. Hello.
Hey, this is Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy.
So I believe real quick the circle of life could turn into a circle of death if you don't keep a balance in your ecosystem. I like Black Widow spiders outside the house, maybe, but not around doorways or inside the house. I have a 7-month-old daughter, and the first thing that comes to my mind is squish. Barehanded, barefoot, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Preach, bro.
Yeah, you know, I get it. I
got
understand.
bit by one of those suckers, and they're no joke, man.
Yeah, I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Dude,
Thanks, man.
for the call.
And as much as I love nature and everything, there's certain animals I won't keep around. But I'll go catch a rattlesnake for fun. I don't keep it in my house.
No, you keep those
For
snakes
fun.
away. I'll chop their heads off.
Oh, it did me.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye, Jeremy.
Remember, the Star Army sent in a screenshot of how to get rid of Black Widow spiders that says spiders can be very useful in controlling the populations of harmful insects in your garden. Unfortunately, the bite of a Black Widow spider can be very painful and even deadly, which makes them a dangerous pest and not a creature you want around your home. Chrissy!
Oh.
I'm not even joking right now. There's this certain part of the garden. I'm going to try and get an Insta story. Watch, I'll try and do it, and it'll know it's me, so it'll stay in there. She waters this certain area of the mint, and it comes out and goes boop, 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 down, and just kicks it.
Yeah,
hangs
man.
out while she's watering.
Yep, ecosystem.
And then boop, boop, boop,
It's all
boop,
part
boop,
of it.
right back up when she walks away.
Yep.
No joke.
Mm-hmm.
No joke.
You like those
She
mint
has
juleps?
a pet Black Widow.
I know
This
mint,
should say something.
mint julep is your favorite drink.
If I go missing, it's because she ate me.
Well, that's what Black Widow spiders
I
do.
know.
They eat their mates. They eat their mates. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Somebody says, who uses a blowtorch in the home? Had to have been a tweaker.
You would think, right?
Like, who does that?
Yeah, who lights up a blowtorch and then tries to scare off the Black Widow spiders? Really? Like Black Widow spiders. Get out of here. I get it. I don't know. Spiders don't really freak me out that much anymore. Yeah. But snakes do.
Snakes?
Oh my gosh, snakes? I'll kill those all day, every day.
Chrissy just sent me a meme.
Oh my gosh, you're so dead when you get home. I wouldn't go home.
I'm not going home.
She's going to eat you, dude. She's going to eat you. Don't do it.
Well, I have thousands of witnesses now.
She's going to eat you, and then she's going to wrap you up in a web.
Everyone knows.
You're going to be like a cocoon. She's going to wrap you up in one of those spiderweb cocoons.
Yeah. Somebody said, Steve, I'm with you. All spiders in or around my home are met with capital punishment. Yeah.
All right.
Somebody said, those things are dangerous, bro. How many does it take to call it an infestation? Praying mantises eat bad bugs, too. Get yourself a praying mantis.
I love praying mantises. Okay. They love me, too.
Yeah.
They do. All right, let's take a break, guys. Thanks for chiming in. A little PSA for you guys. Don't use a blowtorch or any sort of fire in your house.
You can use a propane weed torch to kill them outside, so it gets all of the eggs as well. Thank you.
You know what? Call somebody. Call a professional. Exterminator. Call an exterminator to take care of that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to chime in? 505-338-3700 is our number to call. You can also hang out on Facebook and YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Whether at home or in the workplace, we're all leaders. Become a better leader in this leadership moment with Craig Rochelle.
What do you do when you spend? When you spend, you're making an even trade. We're spending money for an experience. We're spending time for a result. The definition of spend is to use or to pay out. We're trading this for that. The definition of invest is to devote, expecting an exponential return. I don't want an even trade. I want to invest, and I want to get a better return back on my investment. This goes all the way down into our language. For example, let's say you have a budgeting meeting. Well, the title leads people to think, well, how are we going to spend our money in the upcoming year? Literally, you could change the name from a budgeting meeting to an investing meeting. Where are we going to invest our resources to get the highest return?
That was Craig Rochelle on a Star 88 Leadership Moment. Hear more at life.church/leadership podcast. John Piper on a solar flare. God is most glorified in us, and we are most satisfied in him. A solar flare. This is Star 88.
Save my birthright till I'm feeling up again. When I'm out the door and you get control, then you can take it in. Fine lines, these lights, I'm feeling left for dead. I told you before, you can't help ignore. You wouldn't let me in, but this is real life. But this is real life. When will you realize that this is real life? When you got something to say about this day, this time. When you got something to pull apart. When you got something to feel except your head, your heart. When you get wise, when you get smart. Save my birthright till I'm feeling up again. When I'm out the door and you get control, then you can take it in. Fine lines, these lights, I'm feeling left for dead. I told you before, you can't help ignore. You wouldn't let me in, but this is real life. up again. When I'm out the door and you get control, then you can take it in. Fine lines, these lines, I'm feeling left for dead. I told you before, you can't help ignore. You wouldn't let me in. But this is real life.
Judah Smith seeks to define the purpose and meaning in life. He says life is to trust God in every moment.
And there's going to be days and afternoons where he takes me to places that I have avoided, where he walks me towards people and things and settings I don't understand. So in those moments, the limits that I put on God's love will be expanded. That's what God's doing. So I ask you, are you following Jesus? I'm not asking you if you know Jesus. I'm not asking you if you're saved. I'm not asking you if you're going to heaven. I'm asking you, is your life oriented around the plans and purposes of Jesus on a daily basis? Do you feel unsettled? Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel like you're venturing into the unknown? Do you feel like the limit you put on God's love is expanding on a regular basis? God intends our lives to be full of movement. The operative word in our belief system is not stay, it's go.
Trust God in every moment. That's Judah Smith with a Star 88 PowerPoint. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
You know what? Hold on a second.
We just got people to step up.
You know what?
I thought that's what the song was for. Great, here we go.
All right, let's not just focus on like physical neighborhoods.
I don't have the
Let's
mental
focus
capacity.
On Facebook and YouTube right now, because we have hundreds of people right now on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay,
Here we go, guys.
Maybe you're on Facebook watching us like a big old creeper.
Wait, I mean,
it's cool because it's reverse cameras and we see what you're doing too. Shout out to Mark right now. He's brushing his teeth in his boxers. Beautiful. Next time, maybe think about putting some pants on first.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, yeah.
Oh, hey, look, Steph just chimed in. Looking good in that sweater.
Whoa, dude. Come on, dude.
Seriously, the reverse camera gonna get you every time.
Wait, what?
I love it.
Shout out to Beck in Houston.
What's
we
up,
see
y'all?
you too and everybody else who chimes in on Facebook. Seriously, make sure you got your clothes on.
Thank you for listening.
Wow.
That was a little weird.
So, I mean, it's all
Probably
I had
inappropriate
in me.
on some level.
That's all I had in me.
Yeah?
So.
In fact, producer, if you could dump all of that, make sure nobody hears it.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
Series of pipe bombs mailed to prominent Democrats and critics of the president. These crude bombs and other suspicious packages have been sent to them through the mail or by courier.
The full weight of our government is being deployed to conduct this investigation and bring those responsible to justice.
Seventh child has died from what is a common virus. The outbreak outside New York City at a New Jersey pediatric unit that cares for vulnerable children.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average diving more than 600 points.
Erases all gains for the entire year.
An apology from Megyn Kelly for defending blackface Halloween costumes.
I was wrong, and I am sorry.
Police in Florida say 2 girls, just 11 and 12 years old, planned on using knives and this pizza cutter to kill at least 15 of their classmates.
Former Hurricane Willa is now quickly losing strength after slamming into the Pacific coast of Mexico as a Category 3 storm.
That same system could become the first nor'easter of the season.
Should end it. Bogarts gathers it in. Red Sox up 2 games to nothing.
Monica always trying to get us to go to a party. Jeez, Monica.
Fine, we'll go party.
I'm like, we don't have lives. or
What's
anything.
amazing to me is you, like...
And the party
you never
animal.
want to.
Really?
We just got invited to a really cool event for Albuquerque the Magazine, and you're like...
Is Mike Brown going to be there? All right, is the NBA trophy going to be there?
Like, but who's going to be there? I'm like, I'm going to be there,
You want to give me to a
bro.
party? Actually, I'm going to a party tonight.
Wait, what?
Are you going to a party tonight? I'm going.
What
Dude,
party?
celebrating the Myers 20-year anniversary. What?
Wait, that's tonight?
You didn't get invited, huh? I'm sorry.
That's tonight?
Yeah, it's tonight, dude. Yesterday, Nicole, David Myers, celebrating 20 years of marriage. Congrats, guys. That's a beautiful thing. I will be there tonight.
Reminders for events.
I'll be there. I'll be there. Last little get together they had, I didn't get a chance to make it, and I was all bummed. I saw the pictures, and I'm like, I'm just at home, and I just need friends.
That's tonight. Look at that.
Yeah.
You got invited.
There you go.
I'm so glad you said something. I
know.
totally knew that was happening.
I'll be there.
Listen, if you want me to go to a thing, don't send me a Facebook invite.
Why not, dude? That's how I find out about stuff. Wow.
Okay.
Dude. All right.
Okay. Acceptable or faux pas?
Faux
Oh,
pas.
man, I'm about to do this, and I'm going to get in trouble. I don't mean to blast you.
Blast me, dude. You can put me on
Not
blast.
you. Acceptable.
You know what? Cut his mic.
Or ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Is it cool to send a Facebook invite for a wedding?
For a wedding? And that's the only form of invite?
The only invite you get, and the only invite that is sent, is a Facebook invite.
I feel like a lot of people live on Facebook now, so, no, it's actually not acceptable. Just to be real, that you should do everything, right? You should probably do Facebook. You should probably send out invitations. Yeah. You should also maybe group text to friends and family.
Well, that's funny because Vivian just chimed in and said they don't go to parties or weddings. We didn't get a real invite. You called us.
When did you... Wait, did you get the invite on Facebook and then get upset?
No, I'm not talking about Vivian. I'm not. I'm just saying in general.
No, but...
I've seen this where the invite comes in the form of Facebook, and I'm wondering how serious it really is.
How serious?
Do we get them a gift? Are they going to make it? They sent out Facebook invites.
Well, you should do it all. You know, I feel like if you're just doing Facebook, that's like most people aren't going to show up.
Do you know how much time was spent? I'm going to get in so much trouble. I love you, Chrissy. I love you so hard.
Wow, dude, you're not going home today.
I'm not. I can't. I really can't. I had to spend so much time at a wedding planner place picking out my invite thing for my wedding.
You know what?
Like
Cut his mic.
an all-afternoon affair.
Oh, my gosh.
For an invite card thing.
Yeah, welcome to married life, dude.
Yeah, I know. Welcome to married life.
Every person has to deal with this when they're married.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So to the husband that doesn't have to deal with it because his wife was like, I'm just going to send out Facebook. No! That's not real!
Wow, dude.
Wrong.
Okay. All right. Starmy, go ahead. Save us. Save Steve-O.
Hey, how you guys? What are you guys doing?
Nothing, man. What are you doing? What are you up to, man?
Hey, you guys talking about Nicole and David, huh?
Yeah. Is this fireman? No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
But this is Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Actually, so Dave used to work for me when he and Nicole first got married.
No kidding. You got some juicy stuff on Dave?
When he started Old Man Shattered. And let me tell you, so he worked for me at Foot Locker. Good shoe salesman. But
I could see that.
He did not look like he looks like now, you know.
Right.
He's all ripped and he's like a fireman and stuff. Beautiful man.
No.
Oh.
You know, he was a skinny, preppy kid.
Yeah.
I imagine probably what Steve will look like in high school.
Wow.
Oh, skinny preppy kid.
Thank you so much for
right,
that.
dude.
You're not wrong. You're
up.
not wrong.
So, when you see him tonight, tell him that Alan said hi.
Alan
and he'll
said hi.
remember.
I got to remind myself.
Can do.
Foot Locker.
Foot Locker.
Foot Locker.
Alan at Foot Locker.
Alan at Foot Locker. All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, dude.
And thank you so much for all your years of service of ripping us off with $5 shoe cleaner we didn't need. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. My mom was a sucker every time. Oh.
Good, man.
Every time.
All right, Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
Later, dude.
Have a good day.
We'll see you.
No joke. You remember back in the day, you go buy the shoes, and it was like, oh, well, you need this crazy
I hate that.
shoe cleaner thing.
They upsell you.
So my mom buys it. We go out, we do some more shopping, and then we throw everything in the car. And then we go eat dinner. So we go eat dinner, and everything's cool, and then all of a sudden we hear from the parking lot what sounds like a gunshot. No joke. Go outside, and the back window of my mom's Cadillac is blown out because the little shoe cleaner stuff in the aerosol can got so hot.
Oh my
it
gosh.
exploded and shot out the back of the car. And that's what I remember most about Foot Locker.
I love it. That's so great.
Now listen, if you only sent out Facebook wedding invites, I don't want to make you feel sad. However, people are chiming in left and right, and no one is saying, yeah, man, that's cool. Facebook wedding invites remind me or make me think of it as a shotgun wedding, especially if it's within a few weeks time frame.
Yeah, I feel like that person that's just doing Facebook invites doesn't really want a whole lot of people at their wedding.
Maybe. Or maybe they just didn't.
They're
Maybe
missing
they're
out.
trying to save money because, man, those aren't cheap.
Well, the more people you have at your wedding, well, it depending on like what you're serving in, I guess, if you're going to go all out with the dinner
Right,
and everything.
who knows?
But if you're going to have like just a kind of a basic wedding, I would want as many people to come to my wedding so they give me money and gifts.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Totes. Yep,
you're missing out.
Yeah. If everyone gets invited via Facebook, then everybody should watch it via Facebook Live instead of actually going to the wedding. That's what somebody said.
Yeah, there you go. Facebook Live it. So funny.
So, what about this one? Is it okay to post on my wife's Facebook a happy birthday wish to me because I don't have a Facebook?
That's another one that kind of is weird to me because when your parents or your brother or sister or best friends, instead of calling you, they go to your Facebook page and say happy birthday, I kind of feel a little ripped off. Yeah, I get that feeling of like, wow, you're just mailing it in now. I mean, that's pretty easy to go to someone's Facebook page and wish them a happy birthday. You do realize I have thousands of people that wish me a happy birthday every year. I have to scroll through all of them.
Speaking of Facebook,
you get buried.
Remember this term I said Facebook is actually how I found out my daughter was getting married.
Oh my gosh.
Not a phone call. Not my son-in-law asking for her hand.
Oh.
A general Facebook message to everyone.
But let's go down here.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
That stinks.
Yeah, that stinks so
Yeah,
hard.
like what if you found out through Facebook that, like, I remember one time, like something happened to it was my mom or dad, and I found out through somebody, maybe it was through Facebook. And I'm like, really? You couldn't call me and let me know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gosh.
Oh, I don't know.
So
wrong. It is wrong.
It's so wrong on so many levels. Okay. Yeah, most people saying no way, Jose. What about this? Like, is it a faux pas oppositely to not wish somebody something on Facebook? Like, for instance, our wedding anniversary was this last week, and I didn't post a photo or a sappy, like, 16-year photo. I surprised her.
Yeah.
And we had a staycation, stayed at Hotel Chaco, nice dinner on the rooftop and all kinds of stuff, and we had an anniversary weekend. I did that in real life with my spouse. I'm not saying it's wrong to do that, but is it okay that I didn't post a photo?
Why are you embarrassed?
Oh gosh.
Something. Why don't you want to share pictures of you and Christy on Facebook? Huh?
You're such
I'm
an idiot.
just asking for a friend.
But that's what you get. So, hey man,
but
is
don't you?
everything
Okay,
okay?
okay.
Is
Let's
everything cool?
talk about that for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This can be one of those things where if you have done it before in the past,
yeah.
If you've shared pictures of you and your spouse,
yeah,
and have done things in the past, then guess what? They expect you to do it again. Now, if you're not the person who ever
Every
does that,
year?
then you shouldn't get in trouble for it. But hey, I would kind of be weirded out if one year you posted something about,
and then the next year you're like,
Yeah.
no, maybe this year.
right. I would kind of feel like I'd be waiting for it. I'd be waiting. Oh, I can't wait for my spouse to post something great tonight on Facebook so he can share with everybody just how much he loves me. And then then you don't. And you're like, oh my gosh, what's wrong?
What happened?
But there's that other thing too, where when you're in a relationship, why do they want it to be so public? Like, what is it?
I don't know.
What is it that they like? If you aren't sharing posts about them, you're not tagging them. Why?
Why?
Well, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Well, how about this one? Speaking of sharing things, I found out through Facebook that my son's mom was dating someone else.
Oh my God.
While we were still together.
Oh.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, well. You know, it's technology, man. Really, it's technology's fault.
Somebody said, honestly, my wife and I just celebrated our anniversary as well. We did the same thing, staycation. I didn't post a single photo of said staycation because I felt that those were our memories. No one else shared the experience with us.
Wrong. It's wrong, dude.
Somebody said, I feel like most people share photos of events on social media to get people to see what they did for the likes.
Yeah. But there's the other side of it too. I kind of understand, like, if you're in a relationship, you want your partner to show you off. I think that probably feels good, right? You know, because I'll be scrolling through my news feed and, even reading the Myers. You know, they both posted something awesome about each other.
Oh yeah, dude!
They made it 20 years.
I stole Dave's thoughts on marriage because
Really?
I'm like, that's the best thing I've ever read about marriage.
Isn't that
Christy
great?
and I talked about it. We talked about it on our wedding anniversary because people ask like, "Oh, bro, 16 years!" Like when we were in the sauna with Jeremiah, and I was saying, "Yeah, I celebrated 16 years," and he was like, "Oh my gosh, we need to hang out. I need to talk to you because marriage is tough." And I said, "Well, I'm going to tell you what I stole from my dear friend Dave Myers. That when people ask, how have you guys made it 16 years? The correct answer is, I guess we just both haven't decided to give up on the same day."
Yeah, I love that. That's good.
Because it's true. There's days where one of us wants to give up and the other one's fighting, and there's another time where that's the flip side, and she's fighting, and I'm like, this is so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because it takes two. It's so hard.
Yeah, man. Yep, it's good, man. It's really good. So I get it.
But
It's
on that,
nice
I guess
to get
that's
that.
why I don't post stuff because, like Brody said, I hate it when people post personal problems.
Oh my gosh, the
social
worst,
media.
right? Yeah, so I go through the news feed sometimes, and I get embarrassed for some of my friends on Facebook because they're posting personal issues that shouldn't be discussed. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
You're slandering people all the time. Come on, guys.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, it's Vivian.
Hi, Vivian.
So I have a bone to pick with you guys.
Oh,
okay.
No, I hate when the conversation starts like that.
Well, she invited us to a wedding. Well, she didn't. Her
Yes.
her now husband invited us to the wedding on a
Really?
through phone call. Like
I don't remember this.
Yeah, like a week ago.
Technically, if you guys go look at Facebook, because I just sent a Facebook invite, for the reason is we're saving up on money, and a lot of people that I was going to send a Facebook invite to just said, just go ahead and send me a Facebook or email invite. We don't need a paper invite. So out of all those people, I just decided just to send Facebook invites, and whoever goes, goes. So I don't want a gift from anybody. Your presence was my gift.
Oh,
So,
hear that?
Her
gift was our present.
Because he's taking his lovely bride on their anniversary thing. But Dex, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, you run and watch Netflix. Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. What do you do?
I'm busy.
What do you do in your life?
I have kids. I have 3 kids. You realize that, right?
You could have brought your kids.
Oh well, I mean,
You
good
could-
point.
the
That's
more the merrier.
That's a good point.
You
I
could
mean,
have
but
fed your kids,
they're all
man.
involved in sports and activities. I mean, it's a lot going on.
I mean, I appreciate the shout out. You guys are awesome, but I have to pick a bone with you guys because it's not a faux pas. Everything is on social media now. I mean, I even get Snapchat invites for parties. It's kind of weird, but yeah, it's
I'm
kind
like,
of weird.
you literally just said it's kind of weird.
I don't think I ever got a Snapchat party invite. That's
for
cool.
for a Snapchat invite, I find that kind of weird. But I mean, it is what it is. And if they were to send me a paper invite, I probably wouldn't have nothing to do with it anyways because I don't like getting mail.
Hey, Vivian.
Yes.
How's married life?
Married life is amazing.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, it's so amazing.
Love it. That's good. Well, let's keep it
So
that
I
way.
just
all right?
wanted to pick on you guys because
Well,
you guys are great.
I love you. I'm sorry I didn't make it.
I'm not.
There's
I
always
was
next
celebrating
time.
my anniversary, and I
Wait,
said
what?
I couldn't. I was, so I was doing other. Yeah.
Well, Vivian, we love
You're
you.
fine. Well, happy anniversary to you and your wife. And Dex, it's okay. So, like, if we ever have a baby or anything, and I have a baby shower, then you are definitely invited.
Oh, dang.
And you better go.
Now you have to go to her. Dang.
Don't
that
put that
stinks
on me,
for
Vivian.
you.
Don't put that on me.
Yeah.
All
Don't
right.
send me a
I am.
Facebook invite. I'm never on Facebook. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Gotta go,
Bye,
Vivian.
guys.
Love you. Bye. She's such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. Man, we're just talking about, just things we don't like about Facebook. Or
That's good.
things that people do on Facebook that drive us crazy.
Get it, Dex.
Is it
Get
right? Is it wrong? Should you only Facebook? Should you post personal problems? If you have an anniversary, should you post about your partner? Like, how many times should you post about your significant other a month? How many? What's acceptable? Is that something you should discuss in premarital counseling?
Oh gosh, you're making
the
me,
whole social network thing.
This conversation just
I
frustrates.
feel like that's a good conversation to have because that's real issues now in 2018.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
It's just crazy to me.
It's crazy. It's different. It's a different world, man.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
It is a different world. You know it is.
A whole
Crazy.
new world, if you will.
So you better get on posting something about me and Chrissy.
Now I'm going to go back and look.
When's the last time you posted something really nice about me?
Going to look now.
Yeah.
Forgot. You're very needy.
That's right, I am.
5 days ago.
Me?
Yeah, bro.
What'd you post about me, dude?
About our don't sweat the small stuff and how much I love this project.
Oh.
And then 6 days ago, so the day before that,
It's not the same.
I literally said, "So stoked on this project,"
not
and
the
it's
same.
you and me in robes, man.
Yeah. Whatever.
You know what's weird is that looking at my press pass for New York Comic Con this year, it's Jesus from The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah, we haven't promoted that yet. We have
have not.
Jesus on the show on Friday.
Guys, Friday morning, Jesus is going to be on the show.
Jesus.
His real name is Tom Payne. He's an actor. He plays the character of Jesus on The Walking Dead. I cannot wait to talk to him.
Yeah.
Because for those that don't watch that terrible show, because it's really dreadful at this point.
So dreadful.
It's really not a zombie show. It's more about the depravity of man when left to their own devices, when, you believe God's forsaken you, and you're in this post-apocalyptic world where the undead are walking around.
P.S. They're called walkers.
Whatever. It's like how we respond as human beings. And humanity kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
So
we're going to talk to Jesus on Friday.
Really,
8
really
a.m.,
looking forward to that.
You guys, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Jessica chimed in, by the way. She got advice years ago. Person told them, don't treat your Facebook like a diary. And I've tried to stick with that rule ever since.
That's really, really, really good advice.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yep.
Because
like
sadly, too many people do treat it like a diary. And
yeah. Yep. You got to be careful.
It doesn't always work out well.
Well, we get so emotional and we want to hurt. Because honestly, I've been in that situation where I have wanted to jump on Facebook and post something. I'll start typing it out and being like, oh my gosh, because I want to hurt them. I want to, you know, and then I stop myself.
Okay.
A lot of times, you know what I do, and it really helps, is I'll go to my notepad on my phone, and I'll type out my feelings, and then I'll read it back a few times, and I'll wait. And in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, if I still feel like, you know, I should send it, then honestly, I think it's pretty rare that I've ever sent something like, I mean, I can't say that because I have, but that's helped me not send an awful thing to somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. You get emotional and you act and you want to hurt the other person. You got to stop that.
On the flip side, I remember this time he said, I think of posting about your significant other as a kind of love language. When my boyfriend does it, I feel super special.
Yeah.
But I don't get offended or hurt when he doesn't because our time together is special. I post about time with him more than he does about with me because that's one of the ways I express my love for him. He doesn't mind. We just don't make a big deal of it.
See, I like that. That's a good way to look at it. You know, it feels good when it happens.
Yeah.
But should you expect it all the time? I don't think so.
No, because another member of Star Meet, Brandy, out in California, said, I have an actual relationship with my real husband. We rarely post about or to each other on Facebook. He does harass my friends regularly, though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess it depends on, like that person said, the love language or kind of the way that, I mean, some people like to just show off their spouse, their partner, you know, and they're proud to be with that person. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. I just wish you'd do it a little more.
Oh, my gosh.
You know?
See, guys, this is what I deal with on the huge.
And
on the huge.
Yeah, man. At least twice a week would be nice. And you know what? Once a week's fine. So 4 times a month.
You gonna be okay, man?
You know, I'll be fine if you just start acknowledging me a little more. You know what I'm saying?
See, somebody says I think Facebook should be called Face Brag.
Face Brag?
Seems like everyone just uses it to vent or to boast about what their kids are doing in life or
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
No, you're not. And I think Instagram's probably more like that. Instabrag. Instabrag. Yeah, because Instagram, you usually see, you know, that's all about pictures and videos. So you usually see like,
you getting choked up?
I'm okay. I just want you to post more about me.
Gosh, I'm never gonna win.
Yeah, well, you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody, Steve, let me just tell you.
Go on.
Because I'm just asking for a friend. Why don't you post more about them? Are you ashamed of me?
I'm not ashamed of you, buddy.
You know, are you embarrassed?
I'm never ashamed of you.
You know, you hiding me?
I'm not hiding you.
Give me your Facebook password.
I don't want to.
Why don't you trust me with your Facebook password? You know what? Give me your Instagram password right now. Trust me.
Gosh, you're the worst.
You're the worst.
What?
You can be my wingman anytime.
But that's it. Just my wingman. All right. Chime in. When we come back, by the way, our friend Stephen Christian can't come in.
He can't?
No, he's in the studio or something.
Yeah. Fine. We didn't want him in here anyways. Didn't want him in here anyways.
I wanted to do this story. I want to talk about this personal trainer. And I want to ask you guys if you think he's a good trainer or bad trainer for his method to get this client to lose weight.
Ooh, speaking of good methods and bad methods, we also got a letter. Are we going to do this?
Yeah, we should do this
We got to
letter.
do this. And they need help ASAP.
We all need help.
Yeah.
We all do. Let's just face it, guys. We all need help in some way or another.
Let's put our little psychology gloves on. Pull up them counseling pants. Okay. Gonna help. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, okay. All right. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Todd Nettleton, and this is the Voice of the Martyrs Radio. When Gilbert Hovsepian was 17 years old, his father was martyred for his Christian work in Iran. Gilbert was devastated, and so were his mother and siblings. But through the work of organizations like the Voice of the Martyrs, their story became known around the world. Letters of encouragement started pouring in. In fact, they received so much mail that the postman became curious and commented that they must have a very large family. Gilbert simply smiled and answered, "Yes, we do. As believers in the body of Christ, we have an enormous family that spans the entire globe. Let's praise God for that beautiful truth."
I will not let my brothers and sisters suffer in silence, nor will I let them serve alone. Hear Gilbert's complete story when you visit vomradio.net.
A Star 88 Supernova. Here's Rick Warren.
I can show my gratitude for God's grace by making my life count. By making my life count. 1 Corinthians 6:20 says this, "Don't you see that you can't keep on living however you please, squandering what God paid such a high price for? So let people see God in and through your body." He's saying here, you can't understand the grace of God and just keep on living the same way you've always lived. You can't understand the grace of God and just keep on ignoring His commands, or just keep on wasting your time on trivia, or just keep on spending your money any way you think you can spend it. You can't do that anymore. You have been bought with a price.
Catch Rick Warren's Daily Hope on KNKT 107.1 weekdays at 7:30 a.m.
I've got things that I thought would fill my heart up, sitting on top, winning, but that ain't winning. I've chased all the good stuff, all the bad stuff, stuff the world calls living, but that ain't living. Hey, hey, don't really matter what I do. Hey, hey, don't mean nothing without you. I don't wanna have it all, write my story any way I want. Everything will just fall apart if you waited, if you waited it. I don't wanna give my way, no, I don't wanna run this thing, 'cause I know it all ends the same if you waited, if you waited it. If you waited it. I want all that you want, all that you got, point my heart towards you. I want you to. Hey, hey, nothing else is gonna matter. Hey, hey, if you're not what I'm after. I don't wanna have it all, write my story any way I want. Everything will just fall apart if you waited, if you waited it. I don't wanna give my way, no, I don't wanna run this thing, 'cause I know it all ends the same if you waited, if you waited it. If you waited it. Here's my confession, I'm a man of imperfection, and my heart can go off chasing empty things. But you keep running toward me, yeah, 'cause you know what's best for me, and you know you are the only one I need. Oh, I don't wanna have it all. I don't wanna have it all. I don't wanna have it all, write my story any way I want. Everything will just fall apart if you waited, if you waited it. I don't wanna give my way, no, I don't wanna run this thing, 'cause I know it all ends the same if you waited, if you waited it. If you waited it. If you waited it. If you waited it.
This is KLYT Albuquerque, Santa Fe. Rebroadcast on KKCJ, Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ, Mintmore, K201CC, Las Cruces, K203EZ, Alamogordo, K207CQ, Gallup, K211CW, Hobbs, K212EH, Silver City, K214DE, Antonito, K218AK, Artesia, K250AB, Roswell, K293AO, Alamosa, K228DQ, Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
Out of the Sky,
The Morning Invasion
Radio
with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
Entertainment, information, and cheer.
That's right, everybody. Okay. Man, Halloween, guys. Is it almost here?
I'm already getting treats.
Ooh, yeah, you are.
Shout out to Heidi.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this spooky October 25th.
And a big old reminder that in a week from tomorrow, our girl Heidi's going to be broadcasting live from 10 to 2 for Feed New Mexico Kids.
You are so woke.
She's got a show, happens every day, 10 to 2. Today she's feeding this New Mexico kid. She made cinnamon rolls, and they are
Who is that?
Yeah, dude. Good, man.
Yeah.
Someday I'll work with a professional co-host that doesn't eat or play app games during the show. Pray for me, guys.
What is the fun in that, bro?
Reach.
You gotta let me live my life, Mom.
Yeah, okay.
Am I right?
All right, yeah.
Boo!
All right, everybody. All right. We're going to get to a letter coming up here in just a little bit. But first, wanted to throw it out there. As you know, I'm in top physical shape as of January 1 of 2018. I went on a mission to become one of the greatest athletes that the world has ever seen.
You know, as I choked on that, my cinnamon roll.
Yeah, I'm just going to shut his mic off because
No,
he's ruining my story.
I was going to be sincere.
Oh, you were? Oh.
I seriously choked on my cinnamon roll when you said that. And then I started thinking about the fact that it is October. And you made a commitment almost 11 months ago. I'm not going to cry.
Are you okay, dude?
I promised myself I wouldn't
he's
cry.
choking up, guys.
Dude, those stupid Facebook stories where it's like 1 year ago.
Yeah,
and I look
right?
at photos and everything, and I'm going,
Do you want me to take
Dex,
my shirt off? Are you guys
Please
going to take
do-
my shirt off right now
please
so I can
do.
show everybody my abs?
Please do not. Sorry.
Guys, my
I
abs
couldn't-
are coming in. It's beautiful.
No, seriously, man.
Thanks, man.
You have committed to it. I gave you like 2 months
Yeah.
tops.
No, that's usually like 90 days is usually when I fall off the wagon.
I know.
Yeah,
I've known you for many, many years.
Everybody always does the New Year's resolutions, and this year I'm making a change. And man, I'm almost 40 years old, and I've done this with my weight up, down, up, down. I used to be skinny. I used to be really, really skinny. I could eat whatever I wanted when I was growing up until I hit about 19 or 20. And for some reason, my body changed, and my metabolism slowed down, and I started to gain weight. And I really, really had to be careful with what I ate. But nobody ever taught me. You know, I had great parents. I loved them dearly, but nobody ever really taught them how to eat. And so I just kind of grew up eating whatever I wanted. And it became a problem for me. And especially when I was going through tough times in life, I would become that guy, that emotional eater that would find comfort in food. Like Steve-O is right now with this delicious cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, January 1st of this year, I decided just to start out with a small little challenge, and it was, hey, the month of January, I'm going to make a commitment to stop sugar and gluten, and we're going to see what happens. Let's see how I feel after 30 days. And guess what? I did it after 30 days. I accomplished the goal, and I felt amazing, and I said, you know what? Let's keep going. Let's go for another month. Let's try it out. So I did it, and one thing led to another, and I started to do it with running. And I lost the weight, guys. Ask me how many pounds I'm down.
How many pounds are you down, Dex?
150 pounds, guys. I lost 150 pounds since January 1.
I really did choke. You're such a liar.
Get this out of here.
No! Okay.
Get that cinnamon roll plate
You know
out of
what?
here.
I almost feel like there's a person you need to call right now because I
Really?
totally got called out last night in real life.
You did?
For being a terrible, excuse me, cinnamon
Chrissy?
roll. Gosh,
Is it
so
Chrissy?
good. She
Dude, Chrissy
also
and I are
jumped on the health train.
We are both doing so great.
Health train, proper diet, eating well, and
Chrissy looks so good.
last night, what?
She looks
What
hot.
did you say about
What?
my wife? She
She really does. She looks so good.
I know.
Me and her look so good.
You guys look great.
We
You
should
guys-
be a
You guys
couple.
are going to be you know what? You guys are going to make a great couple one day because last night I discovered I'm apparently not the best partner for you or for her.
Yeah?
Because she has been working on, she's like, I'm not done. I want to go more. And last night she asked me to make a commitment with her because I eat whatever I want. I do whatever I want. We like changed roles.
Yeah.
Last year I was like CrossFit and I'm going to be healthy and I ate only healthy. And then I just said, I'm 40. Who cares? I'm going to be dead soon. And so I'm like kind of eating whatever I want. I watch a lot of Netflix now and I stay home. You're out running and eating healthy. What happened?
I know. You gained, what, 20, 25 pounds?
I did. And so last night, Chrissy seriously said, hey, if I kick this one thing and I decide to cut this out of my life entirely, I just need you to know I'm gonna ask that you do the same.
Oh,
because
nice.
you know, like sugar's a
Yeah.
killer, and
Well, yeah. What'd you say? Oh my gosh. Please.
I said.
Please tell me.
How long?
Oh,
how
my
long
gosh.
is that? How long is it that you need me to also not?
Unbelievable.
No, I just like how long would I have to not? Because
I'm sorry,
I don't care
Chrissy.
about dying. So
Chrissy, I am sorry.
So how long is that? Is that like what? Like 30 days? Because I just need to know how
What
long.
is it? What did she want
how
you to
long
kick?
I'm sleeping at someone else's house.
Well, that's already happening from the
No,
comments
I'm
earlier.
serious. That was my real question because it's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do that. So
Wow, man, something
so how
that she
long do I
struggles
have
with.
how long do I have to move out for? Because
Unreal.
I won't do it around you, but I'm not giving that up. So
What is it? What is it that she wants to give?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Sure.
Wow. You know, basically cocaine. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. What's the number one killer right now? Heart disease, guys. Heart disease is the number one killer. Because we're fat, we're eating the wrong stuff. That's what kind of blows me away. And I'm sorry to get all like preachy with this whole health thing. But for a second, sometimes we need to get that way. Because I'm really having a hard time. And I'm being kind of hypocritical because for so many years I just kind of chose not to listen. Didn't want to watch documentaries or educate myself on
Hey, speaking
health.
of, can you hold on just a
What?
second?
Yes.
Hey, Heidi, can you get me another cinnamon roll, please?
Oh, my gosh.
Is there enough for one more? Can I have another
He's
one?
terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right? Right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyways.
Sorry, I don't want to. You were saying.
Anyways.
Documentaries.
This is what I'm having a hard time understanding is like why is obesity acceptable? Like why are we accepting that?
I'm not obese.
I'm not calling you out. You're not obese. I'm calling out there are people in our lives, in my life.
Yeah.
There's people that we see every day that are dealing with that, and I get it. It's a
Right.
struggle and it's hard.
Struggle bus.
But why is that so acceptable? But then we don't accept other things, you know? Like why is the church like that? Why aren't we calling everything out?
What do you want me to accept? What else?
What do you want to accept?
Yeah, you said, but they don't accept other.
Well, I think there's other. We pick and choose some of the things that is
Like the
okay and
sins?
some things
Oh
aren't.
my gosh! Thank you. Thank you.
You sinner.
Love you. 10-2, guys.
Yeah, Chrissy,
She's
he's
amazing.
not doing. He's like full on sugar.
I gotta get it out
Yeah.
now while I can before she makes
Anyways.
me be healthy.
My whole point is like seeing people eat themselves to death is a really sad thing.
It is.
It's really sad. We see it every day.
Seriously.
I saw this story, and I kind of wanted to throw it out there to see what you guys thought because there's a lot of people not okay with this personal trainer. All right.
Yes.
What if? Let me paint this story for you, okay? So
dude.
This trainer,
Best thing I've ever read in my entire life.
his name is Mike Hind. Okay, Mike Hind.
He's my kind of people.
Okay.
Am I right? Okay.
He every year he takes on like hundreds of clients, okay? And every year he'll pick somebody to help for free. So they don't have to pay.
Wow.
So he'll find somebody out there. And he found this man named Darren McClintock, okay? Darren McClintock is severely overweight. I'm talking, where's this weight? I mean, he's in like the 500-600 pounds, okay? Like he needs to lose weight now or he's gonna die. So, this personal trainer told Darren, this is what I'm gonna do. You told me your story. You said that you struggle with fast food, and that's your go-to every day. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to every fast food restaurant that you go to, and I'm going to put up a flyer with a picture of you and me.
Oh my gosh.
And it says, "Save Dipsy. Obesity is killing him." That's what it says on the flyer. And he posted them up on all these fast food restaurants. So if he happens to show up, they know, hey, don't give him fast food. It's going to kill him. People lost their minds, man. people were freaking out on this. Some were. I want to. Is this a good thing or a bad thing that this trainer did? Because I get it. When you look at it, I mean, you're setting this guy up. You're putting him on blast, basically, in front of thousands of people, posting a flyer saying, dude, this guy right here, he's fat, and he's going to die. Yeah. Don't serve him fast food.
I agree.
What do you think about that, man?
Okay. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's got to finish his
oh, my gosh.
cinnamon roll.
Hi, it's the best cinnamon roll I've ever had in my life. Oh, my gosh.
So gross.
She's amazing. Oh, man. Let me get real, man. Hold on, I'm still chewing.
I'm going to throw a punch.
I'm going to get so real.
I'm going to throw a punch you so you can't swallow that next bite. Yep.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's pretend like a family member had an alcohol addiction.
Right.
And you took a photo of your family member down to the old Paradise Liquor, down to the old Total Wine, down to all the little watering holes that you know your family member's used to, and said, my family member, let's say he's had multiple DUIs or something.
Yeah.
He is killing himself with alcoholism. Please don't allow this.
Yeah.
Here's this dude's photo. Please don't serve him. Would we be angry at the family member, or would we applaud the family member for trying to save their life?
I would applaud.
Right.
I would applaud.
So why is this different? Is it because they're calling it fat shaming?
And that's
because
the thing.
That's what they're saying is like you posted this photo of this rather obese man and you're shaming him.
That's because we've accepted obesity in the country. That's the problem. We've accepted it.
And that's my point, Dex.
Thank you. Yeah. So here's kind of his story, some of his story. This man who's trying to save his life. He's like, hey, bro, I need help. I'm okay with you posting these flyers up at every fast food restaurant because guess what? I can't control myself. I'm eating myself to death. Apparently, he struggled with weight his whole life. His go-tos were pastries, chips, pies. He said he got bullied in school. He said there were times when I felt like I was going to commit suicide. I didn't want to live anymore because I got bullied so much. You know, his story is insane. But
so, did he give the trainer permission?
He gave him permission. Yes, he did. He was okay with this.
He was okay with this.
Yes. This man who's dealing with obesity, he said it's absolutely okay for you to put these flyers up because I need help. I'm going to die.
According to Remember the Starmer, they said if yes, then period, the end, that's it. End of story. The guy gave permission. Shut up, society.
Right. That's the other thing. I mean, it might be a little bit different if you did it without
his
the
consent.
approval. But at the same time, he's going to die.
Right.
He's killing himself.
So somebody else said, hey, dude, come on. Please don't ridicule this poor guy. He already has enough on his plate. Right. He's already got enough.
Yeah, fat shame him, guys. That's good.
Somebody else said the dude agreed to it. He told him he was going to do it. So he at any point he could have said, I'm out, but he didn't. Flyers got posted, and maybe he's losing weight now.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what's cool about it is the trainer said, okay, a year is usually like that's when you're going to see the transformation happen, right? And so the trainer said, we're gonna be doing this all year long. I'm going to have these flyers up at the fast food places. I'm going to be working personally, training this man. So in a year, we can go back to the doctor and we can see that he doesn't have the heart issues because that was the problem. The doctor said, dude, you're going to die. You're about ready to have a heart attack.
Right. Somebody said, oh, yeah, because nobody could tell that the guy was obese by looking at him. Morbid obesity isn't like a mental disability. It's visibly obvious. If the guy was okay with the flyer, then who cares?
Yeah, and I think the flyer is more of like, hey, if you see this guy, don't give him food.
Yeah.
I wonder if they tested the theory, like if he walked into a fast food place and
yeah, well, okay, so here's the question. You're the McDonald's employee.
Yeah.
A personal trainer put up a flyer in your lobby saying, save this guy's life, don't feed him.
Yeah.
And he walked in.
Oh, man, I would hate to be that
food.
guy. Oh.
Like, what do you do? Do
you serve him?
Do you do your job? Do you give him the food?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm trying to save your life. I'm not allowed to serve you. Good day.
Oh. Yeah, thinking about like the legal ramifications of this, like imagine, like we said, if it was an alcohol addiction,
yeah,
and a spouse came in and said, "Please don't serve this man alcohol. He's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
We're trying to save him." Intervention, all these things, and the husband comes into the bar and wants a drink. Does the bartender serve him? I mean, they have the right to cut him off.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So would that go the same for the
question.
Wendy's employee?
505-338-3700. A lot of people calling in. Good morning.
Good morning. It's Vivian again, guys. I'm so sorry to keep on bugging you.
No, it's okay. What's going on, Vivian?
Should be. What?
So the whole obesity thing, I think it's really horrible. But why is it that a salad at Dion's costs $5, but yet at McDonald's they have the dollar menu? It's like if people would make like the healthier food a little bit cheaper, I think people would go for the healthier food more.
No, I'm not buying that in any way, shape, or form. I'm not buying it. That is the lamest excuse.
What?
Oh,
but
that's such a lame
honestly,
excuse.
if the guy said, sure, put my picture up, then I think that that's fine. I don't think he's being bullied. I mean,
Vivian, let me ask you a question, though. Vivian?
He gave approval. What's
Vivian, how much do you think it would cost you if you went down to the grocery store and you bought a head of lettuce, maybe some tomatoes, some veggies? How much do you think that would cost you?
I'd say about $10.
$10?
See, no.
$10 for a salad at the grocery store? What are you buying? Like enough to feed like a giant family?
You gotta have baby carrots. You gotta have celery. You gotta have. If you want a good salad, not just eat lettuce. I mean, come on.
Gotta have the ranch.
This is coming from somebody who
No,
we do
I
this
don't eat
daily.
ranch. Actually, I put lemon juice on my salad.
It's gotta buy the lemons. Yeah.
Gotta squeeze those lemons out ourselves, make lemon
I feel
juice
like
dressing.
if you bought $10 worth of salad fixins, you could have salad for like 2 weeks straight.
No, for real.
Not just one salad.
Really? Yes, dude.
Wow, what sizes are your salads? Like, are you making a giant bowl of salad and then throwing the rest of the way? Because honestly, like to make a small salad, or even like they have those little pre-made salads you can buy for like I think it's around $1.50 or something. I don't know. It's Vivian.
Also, side note, you get what you pay for, and you pay for what you get. You're comparing like really terrible dollar menu items at McDonald's to a healthy option. So,
which, to be fair, I'd rather choose a salad over the dollar menu because
that's
that gets irritating. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of people, they don't think of it that way. They think of it as, why am I going to buy this when I could just unwrap a burger and eat it? Why do I got to cut a head of lettuce? You know what I mean?
Listen, Vivian, Steve-O and I got into our first fight over this exact same topic.
Like, not funny, like off the air, it almost
because
caused an explosion.
my point was that, dude, I can take my family and we can order dollar menu burgers for $5 for dinner. And he made a good point, too, of like, well, dude, if you plan ahead and you find the right places, you could do the same thing. You just got to prep. You got to go buy these groceries and plan ahead.
Yeah.
You can do it.
And there's so many healthy alternatives that people don't even realize. My wife hated sweet potatoes. Hated.
Wow.
Like they were from the pits of hell. And she started this new diet and started changing the way she ate. And now I grill sweet potatoes like regularly. It's become one of her favorite things.
Yep.
And it's a healthier, better option. It's like you got to stop eating the junk because somebody said, dude, iceberg lettuce ain't going to satisfy me. And it's like, of course it's not. Nobody said you had to go eat like a rabbit. No one says that. You can find healthy options that still taste good.
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you right now,
and
doing
I
your
truly agree
research.
to that. It's just like I was putting it to like a lazy person's point of view. Is that on it? And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm a big girl myself, but I can find myself a lot happier with, like I said, Dion salad than what I would a cheeseburger, because then I'll be hungry right after the cheeseburger. versus a salad.
Well,
you know
let
what
me,
I mean?
let
And
me
I
ask
do
you,
like
Vivian.
to work out.
Are you
So,
working
I mean,
out daily? Are you going out, moving your body? You're getting
Oh,
up?
I am.
Good.
I work in transportation, so I have to lift and all this other stuff. So I do that common thing. I've been working out for a while now, and then I'm heading back to the gym.
See, this is what I think is the most frustrating thing for me, and it's been the hardest thing for me, is eating enough. Because I feel like that's kind of the problem with a lot of people, is they're only eating like one meal a day. Or they're eating breakfast, and then they don't eat again until they get home from work at like 5, 6 o'clock at night. And then your body just stores everything, you know, because it feels like it's starving. So it stores, and that's how you gain weight. And that's been the hardest thing for me.
After you're done eating, you don't want to move. You don't want to work out. You don't want to do any of that. You're tired.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to go to bed.
Right.
So, I mean, I just wanted to tell you guys, you know,
it
that
depends on what you're putting in your body.
Shaming
It
or
does.
bullying at all. If the guy just went ahead and said, sure, go ahead and put my picture up, I mean, that's what he wanted.
That's what he wanted.
There you go.
Vivian, do you want, you let us know if you ever want us to help you out. We got your back. Steve-O's got your back.
Always, didn't I got you, but the whole running thing is a little bit out of hand, Dex. I don't do running.
Well, it's okay. You know what, Vivian? I didn't do.
The only way you'll see me running
Stop
is
it.
if somebody is like chasing me with the knife.
Vivian,
That's exactly what Dex said a year ago.
That's what I said. Guess what?
That's literally what he said.
No,
Yes.
Vivian, listen to me. I hated running.
We used to do CrossFit
Hated it.
together, and that was my favorite part of the workout and his
Hated
least
it.
favorite part.
Well, yeah, because I weighed 240 pounds, and it's hard for a fat person to run. It's not okay.
And I was a bean, so I would like do circles. I was like the little dog.
Yeah,
and
I was so
like,
frustrated.
Come on, Spike, we're gonna do this. We got this, Spike.
And I kept telling Steve-O, I'm like, you put on a fat suit and then go run a mile
He
and
would
then
get
come
so
back and talk to
mad.
me. But I'm
and now
telling
he
Vivian,
runs circles around me.
Vivian, I'm running like 6-7 miles a day.
Yep.
No joke. And
That's awesome.
But I started out, I would walk for a minute. And then I would jog for a minute. And I did that for 2 months straight until I finally said, you know what? I'm kicking it up a notch, and I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to run for 2 minutes and walk for a minute.
I think the problem is when it comes to anything, when you're trying to change your lifestyle, we get overwhelmed because we're thinking like end result. Like, stop thinking about, like, I got to change all my grocery habits all the time, and now I got to start running 4 miles a day, and I got to... No, dude, just do something. Change your meal
Well, a lot
this
of
next
it, too,
meal.
is portion control. You know, a lot of people go for seconds, thirds, you know, stuff like that. You got to handle that and have your veggies. That's very important.
Got to have those veggies, man. You got to have that protein.
That's still a stigma. You
So
don't
I
just
think you
have to
did.
eat your
Dex, you're
veggies.
doing awesome.
Thank you,
And,
Vivian. Good job.
You know, just...
Hey, no
I'm
excuses,
trying
Vivian.
to work on myself.
Get out there and go
There you
for a
go.
walk. I want you to. I'm challenging you to go for like around the block, and then the next day go a little bit further. You don't have to run. Just go out for a little power walk. Okay, that's what I'm challenging you to do. Okay. All right.
All right.
Love you, dude.
All right. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
What a sweetheart. Man, but it's weird hearing Vivian. It sounded just like it's like almost like hearing me. That was
Are we
how
at a
I
place
thought.
in our relationship where you can finally apologize for that argument because I was right?
I mean, I don't know. I still
I
don't
wasn't
think
really right. I wasn't really right.
I think
we were both stubborn.
We were both being stubborn.
Yeah, we were both stubborn.
Because I agreed in some things, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I just think we get overwhelmed. It's a good friend one time used this analogy, and I was like, dang, I got to remember this for like all of life because I was so overwhelmed about something entirely different. But I just couldn't start it because I was so overwhelmed with it. It was like, but I wasn't doing anything about it. And he was like, hey, man, when you decide to paint your house.
Yeah, man.
Like, you don't immediately just tear everything off all of the walls and, you know what I mean? He's like, you start a room at a time.
Yeah.
You go in that room and you paint a wall. And then you paint another wall. And he's like, just look at the wall that you're trying to paint right now.
Yeah.
Stop thinking about the end product of your entire house. And I was like, oh, man, because I do that. I get overwhelmed because I think about all 19 steps that need to be taken, and then I give up. And I think a lot of us do that in a lot of areas of our lives.
Man. Small goals, man. Set little small goals. I mean, it worked for me. Some you just got to find what works for you, you know, and that's what it is because everybody's different. But I think small goals, don't overwhelm yourself like Steve-O said. But you got to start somewhere, you know? Look at me now, man. Do you want me to take my shirt off? I will. And you want me to show show you guys.
By the way, remember the story we said I made a giant salad, like a solid 20 servings for like a big old party?
Uh-huh.
Tomatoes, cucumbers, squash, etc. Cost me $12. So I'm crying shenanigans on this whole cheapness thing.
Yeah, right? All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, somebody sent us a letter. We will tackle it together. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang on.
The head of the Human Genome Project, Dr. Francis Collins, has this to say. At the most fundamental level, it's a miracle that there's a universe at all. It's a miracle that it has order, fine-tuning that allows the possibility of complexity, and laws that follow precise mathematical formulas. Contemplating this, an open-minded observer is almost forced to conclude that there must be a mind behind all of this. To me, that qualifies as a miracle, a profound truth that lies outside of scientific explanation. A solar flare on Star 88. Christine Kane challenges us to not just look at those around us, but to see the person as Christ sees them. In this Star 88 PowerPoint.
A lot of the transformation in our hearts and in our spirits doesn't happen because we don't really see Jesus. We sing to him. And we love coming to church and it makes us feel good about ourselves. See, we live in the hashtag selfie culture. We don't have a chance to even see the scenery because we're too busy taking a picture of ourselves in the scenery. And so the issue is we are so busy looking at ourselves, wondering about ourselves. We are so narcissistic. We are so self-absorbed. We look at the mirror in ourselves. We want everyone else to look at ourselves. So when we look at Jesus, we're not looking at who he is. We're looking at ourselves and what he can do for us. And we are like Simon saying, if this man was really a prophet, he would know how awesome I am. He would change my life around. And Jesus goes, oh, would you just get your eyes off yourself, get your eyes on me, begin to see me, and you will see a lost and a broken world all around you. We need a generation that will see.
That's Christine Kane on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
A series of pipe bombs mailed to prominent Democrats and critics of the president. These crude bombs and other suspicious packages have been sent to them through the mail or by courier.
The full weight of our government is being deployed to conduct this investigation and bring those responsible to justice.
Seventh child has died from what is a common virus. The outbreak outside New York City at a New Jersey pediatric unit that cares for vulnerable children.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average diving more than 600 points.
Erases all gains for the entire year.
An apology from Megyn Kelly for defending blackface Halloween costumes.
I was wrong, and I am sorry.
Police in Florida say two girls, just 11 and 12 years old, planned on using knives and this pizza cutter to kill at least 15 of their classmates.
Former Hurricane Willa is now quickly losing strength after slamming into the Pacific coast of Mexico as a Category 3 storm.
That same system could become the first nor'easter of the season.
Should end it. Bogarts gathers it in. Red Sox up 2 games to nothing.
Pretty cool, dude.
No.
Pretty cool, Bastin. Shout out to my foster parents, Bill and Kay Peterson. I love you guys. I miss you. Just to let you know, Dex got out, and Jake's been looking for him for the past 48 hours, but we think we know where he's at. Lily, she just is, she's a brat. She's just a straight up brat. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube, Star 88 FM. Search it, subscribe, like our page. You can download the app, Star 88 FM, in the App Store. Stream us, get us on demand. And you guys send in letters from time to time, ask for help, advice. Let's do it.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Whew, this is lengthy. Yeah, we didn't get an actual letter.
Letter, guys, I can feel it. Oh, there's nothing like a nice letter in your hands.
Yeah, that's true, but that's a lie.
Opening that letter right now. Look at this. Opening it up. Go ahead, man.
Hey there, guys.
Hi.
Love your show. Thank you. Love you.
You know what?
I need your help.
He's playing an app game, guys. He's playing a game.
Can I just please read this story?
Oh my God.
I'm trying to read a story. Nothing.
He's playing an app game, trying to read this long email. We're gonna be here forever.
Can I finish? Can I finish? I need your help, and I hate to put other emails aside, but I need this advice by today.
Mm-hmm.
Let me explain. Last night, I found out that my 21-year-old little sister is pregnant. And here's the thing. She hasn't told me yet. I found this out from my boyfriend.
Oh my gosh, what?
Who my mom and sister called to tell him the news. As well as ask her advice on how to tell me. You see, they wanted to wait until she was further along, but my boyfriend, who hates that they told him first, I also agree with this in parentheses, said I needed to know ASAP. They asked if he could keep it a secret, but he knew that that was the wrong move, and he ended up telling me the news last night anyways. He's known since Tuesday. I cried all night long for many reasons. One, I'm 23. and I'd like a child of my own, but I want things to be done the right way. Waiting until I'm married. 2, I'm upset with God because I have done everything I possibly can to stay true to God's word. Yeah, I'm a sinner. I'm not saying I don't struggle with things, but here I am, waiting around for my time, all while friends are having kids and not waiting for marriage. And yet, I'm still not blessed with a family or child of my own. Number 3, I'm upset because she's not prepared at all to have a child. She doesn't have insurance. She's working, but she doesn't really have money coming in from that job. She's only known this dude for maybe 4 months. He currently doesn't even have a job, and he's 23 years old. He's still living with his parents, which I didn't judge at the time, but now that my niece and or nephew is coming into this world, pretty worried he's not going to stick around. My mom, of course, is furious, saying she raised us better and is worried that she'll be having to raise this baby due to the circumstances. So here's where I need your help.
Okay.
She hasn't even asked for help yet.
Gosh.
Tonight, before I even knew about the news, we had made plans to have dinner with the family. My boyfriend said they were actually planning on telling me tonight. So I'm now needing help on how to react and what to tell them. Man. In reality, I just want to tell them both off and say how stupid can you be not to use protection, not even birth control, but I want this to be a memorable time for them because they'll remember this for the rest of their life. I need to know, or I know I need to help her during the difficult times, and she doesn't need any more hate coming her way. And I know it's not the baby's fault. It didn't ask to be put into this world or in this situation. I will accept, love him and her, or her like it was my own, but how can I make them understand it's not about them anymore? That they both need to find better jobs and get ready to be real parents.
Wow.
I understand she's happy about the news, but she's probably also scared. I'm so worried this dude's not even going to stick around, and I don't want to cause him to leave. So, how can I tread through this lightly, but also be very stern about this?
This is weird.
What should I say tonight?
I have so many feelings about this.
Please pray for my family.
I have so many feelings about this, and because on one hand, I love that this sister loves her family.
Yeah.
Loves her sister.
Yeah.
I love that she is committed and she made a vow to God that she doesn't want to have sex before she's married.
Yeah.
She wants to wait till it's the right time. Of course, most of us want to do it the right way. Some of us want to make sure that we're financially in a good spot. We want to make sure we have insurance.
Yeah.
That's not the case in most of families, right? I mean, I'll be honest. I wasn't married when I had my first kid.
Right. You were a kid, and it was
I
a
was
different
young.
time. And
I was around this age.
Yeah.
And I remember being scared out of my mind to tell my parents because of how they would react. And when I told my parents, it was amazing because they just supported me and said, "You know what?
Well, because here's the
we
thing.
love you, and guess what? You're gonna be a dad,
Right.
and we are gonna have grandkids, and we're gonna support you, and we're gonna help you, and
do you
we
know
love
why?
you. It'll be okay."
Because it's post-sin, if you will.
Right.
It's not pre, it's post. Like, I've had too much coffee and cinnamon rolls because I want to be judgy and yell and say, "Stop being so judgy."
Yeah.
As I'm judging her.
Very judgy.
Stop being so mean and stop being so you about this.
You don't need to call
You're
her
freaking out that your baby sister got pregnant? You're freaking out? You don't think she's freaking out?
And the last thing somebody wants is to be freaked out on because it's already a scary thing that she's pregnant. She's going through all this, all this, being pregnant thing.
Most of your email was spent being mean and judgy and talking about you.
It was very selfish. The whole email was very, very, very selfish.
Listen, I get it. You're 23. You're frustrated. You're doing it right. You're trying every which way you can to be holy, as you have called to be holy.
Yes.
And it sucks when you see other people in sin being, quote, blessed. I hear what you're saying in that regard, But there's nothing you can do about that because that's not on you. That's on the Lord. And you got to just put that to bed.
Yeah. Can I just say, real quick, before we get to some of the Star Army
Yeah,
members,
because the Star Army is blowing up.
Please, please, please do not call out your sister tonight at dinner for it being a sin. I'm serious. Don't freak out.
Especially since the mom's already stated this, right? Like
Don't
the
freak
family
out.
knows, and it's very apparent. Yes, of course.
The best thing that you can do is to show support and love, and
oh my gosh,
just to be there for your sister. That's what you need to do.
Thebes is the king of advice.
Light him up. Light him up.
In what is the best comment he's made in the year 2018, and if there were awards for Star Army members for best comment ever, this is my favorite comment he's ever made.
Really?
We've been friends for many, many, many years.
You're
I
building
love
it
him
up
so
too much, man. You're building it up too much.
Here's what you do. You go to this dinner tonight. You take a huge stuffed elephant, and you set it in the middle of the room, and you say nothing. And then when the family asks about the elephant in the room, you tell them it's for the baby, and then continue your regular conversation.
Pretty good. I like it. That's good. That's good.
You're getting your niece or nephew a present. You're disarming the whole situation.
Yeah.
It might be my favorite thing he's ever said.
Right. Hey, let's just talk about the elephant in the room, guys.
So good. No, you don't even have to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
When they bring up, like, what's with the elephant, you just say,
there's an elephant in the room.
No.
Oh.
It's for the baby.
It's for the baby.
And then you eat your asparagus.
That's good. You built it up too much.
Literally everyone has the same advice.
Do they agree with us?
Just be supportive. She obviously knows you're judging her.
Yeah.
Wasn't that apparent by your sister and or your whole family telling your boyfriend instead of you because they know how you're going to react?
Yeah, let's rub it in her face some more. Let's just rub it in that she had sex before she got married and now she's pregnant. Just rub it in. Let's just make her feel really bad. And guess what? This baby is going to be such an amazing, precious gift. This is going to be such an amazing blessing for this family.
Think
it
about
really
that.
Is.
That Star member made a really good point. Might that be the reason your family chose to tell your boyfriend and not you?
Yeah.
Because they were like, hey, we know she's going to lose it. Can you help us figure out a way to tell? And by the way, boyfriend, I get the loyalty thing, but like, if a family member goes to you and is like, hey, man, we really want to do this the right way. We need your help. We're coming to you.
Yeah, that's tough.
You know the best way to absolutely destroy a relationship with the potential future in-laws is by breaking that trust.
Yeah, but see, I feel like that's a whole other letter because what about the trust of the person you're in a relationship with?
Yeah, no, I get it. The boyfriend did what he thought was right, and that's fine. Because look what it's cost.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, yeah, I get it.
Eater says light the room on fire and sip on the tea. Okay,
Oh, wow.
no.
505-338-3700 if you'd like to call in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
I just have to say that I was kind of in that position at one point in my life where my brother did the same thing. And I just want to tell her that those niece or nephew is going to be the best thing that ever happened to your family.
Yep.
And you just enjoy them.
Yeah, man.
And then you don't have to have kids yet.
Yeah,
your niece
right.
and nephew, you can spoil them, send them home. You're not ready. You're 23. Go have fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Marriage is hard and kids are hard. So enjoy those cute little niece or nephew. It's going to be the best thing that ever happened to your family.
Yeah, I love that. That's great
I'm
advice.
not walking, so I'm out of breath. But yeah, that's the best thing that ever happened. It happened to us. And I had kids old, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you for chiming in. We'll see you.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you.
That's cool, man.
Speaking of love, somebody said love is going to go so much further than condemnation. Love like Jesus does. It's hard, but it's possible. Somebody else said maybe she should take some time today to just chill out before she goes into the dinner tonight. Sounds like the emotions are running very high. Take some time, chill, relax. Do not let your emotions get control of you. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of fear in this letter too. You know, the sister is writing about a lot of fear and like what could happen. You know, like worried
All
that
the what ifs.
that you know they don't have insurance, they don't have a good job. Is she gonna expect us to raise this child because she's so young? And first off, she's not that young.
21.
She's 21.
Yeah,
it's a lot different than a teenager. You know, I mean, 21's young, but you know what? I was 21 when I had my first kid, and I remember the labor pains were terrible. You know, I gained a lot of weight.
Somebody said this. Sadly, the sister sounds pretty judgy. I probably wouldn't have told mine either if she was acting like that. Somebody else said, stop being so jealous. React with love. I know it's hard to hear, but
love, 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 love.
A lot of people
love.
are looking at the same thing in this letter and going, hey, dude, like what will your yelly, sad condemnation bring? Because there's nothing that can be done about it.
And is that
sister's pregnant?
What if this sister maybe is that love? If you are pointing out the sin, it can
Right.
be right. It can be love sometimes, but at the same time, she already knows that what she did
right
wasn't okay.
Also, here's an interesting thought. Somebody said, well, I got to say it's probably good that the boyfriend told her ahead of time because then at the dinner tonight, she would be reacting like her letter.
You know, good call.
And now, before saying anything to her sister at all that would make things exponentially worse, she's actually getting advice and counsel on this. So good on you for writing the email.
Right.
That's a good take.
And does it feel like, too, that a lot of this letter has to do with the fact that the family, like, she's just really upset that she's the last to know? Like, that seems like she's kind of really upset. Like, she cried all night.
It's understandable. I
for
get
a lot
that.
of
It's
reasons. But
like, yes, I get that. But yes, jealousy, frustration, selfishness. What's funny is somebody said, man, when you read that letter, I was 100% on her side.
Wow.
I appreciate your guys' perspective because it has helped me recognize I was coming from a very judgmental perspective as well. You guys changed my mind, and this letter isn't anywhere close to a thing I'm going through. Thank you.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
It happens to me all the time. I'll go in with one view, and then all of a sudden, at the end, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
You've changed my mind.
And maybe this is a good opportunity to have a conversation with your family because clearly they didn't feel like they could come to you. So maybe show them that they can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get why they don't go to
right.
work because this
Surefire
email.
way not to show them that is to freak out and overreact and
I wouldn't
and
go
make
to
it about
either.
you.
That would be the last person I'd go to as well.
Right.
After reading this letter, I'm going,
like,
I get it.
Oh.
I understand why you're the last. I mean, they told your boyfriend before they told you.
Just kind of, it's a bummer. It is a bummer. So prove that they can tell you.
Is there a reason why they told the boyfriend? Did they explain that?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
they needed help. That's what it
Okay.
said. And she was mad about it. It says they wanted to wait until she was further along, but my boyfriend, who hates that they told him anything first, said I needed to know ASAP. They wanted to keep it secret, but they told him because it was they asked him for advice on how to share it with her.
Okay.
Hey, you're her boyfriend.
That's weird.
How do we share this with my daughter / sister? Because you know how she reacts. You know.
I guess.
You date her.
I just feel like maybe they shouldn't have involved him and put him in a bad, uncomfortable position, you know? Because that's a kind of a lose-lose situation, you know? So maybe they should have kept the boyfriend out of it.
I mean, I think they
don't know their daughter.
I mean,
they think that the boyfriend
they
knows.
do, so they were going to the boyfriend to say, "Hey, how do we? This is going to be a bad situation. How do we do this?
Yeah, I guess.
How do we have this conversation?"
Yeah.
Somebody said your sister's gonna need your help in the future. Be kind. She needs your support, and so will this child. Do not drive a wedge in your relationship by acting like a judgy jerk. Sin happens, man. Stuff happens. Be helpful. Don't add to an already very stressful situation.
Yeah. Can you imagine what that's going to do for your sister tonight if you, the opposite way that you're reacting now? Like if you were to just all of a sudden just be like, oh my gosh, congratulations. I love you and I'm here. I will do whatever I can to be the best, aunt I can. I will be the best aunt and I will love this child and I will be there for you.
Yeah.
You know what that's going to do?
Right.
For your sister? It's going to be amazing. What do you think? Go ahead.
Hey, guys, it's Josh the rental car guy.
Hey,
Josh the rental car guy.
check your Instagram. I sent you a message,
Yeah,
bro.
he did. He was asking for your phone number this morning. I was like, I don't have his phone number. What are you talking
I want
about?
you to be in my top 5 friends on Facebook.
I never go on my Instagram. That's funny.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to call it. I think it was interesting how a lot of people are like, oh, she's 21, she's, stupid, blah, blah, blah. And, about how, oh, if you're young, you're not ready. I think the interesting thing is I've never heard anyone, no matter how old they were, say, oh, yeah, I was so ready when my child was born.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Right?
Yeah, it's like,
no,
you're never ready.
and maybe part of my opinion has to do with the fact that I'm having a son in January.
Congratulations.
I'll have just turned 21.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Are you the boyfriend? Is this a letter about your situation?
By the way, yes, I'll be.
Are you having dinner tonight? Okay.
I will. I'll be the godfather. It's fine.
Shut up.
I'll do it, Josh. Just go ahead. You don't even have to ask me.
Don't listen to him, Josh. He says things like this all the time. Just ask Vivian about the wedding this weekend.
One of the things I was going to say to Dex is you guys were talking earlier about how he's lost a ton of weight. Dex, you look great.
Thanks, dude. Go ahead. Tell everybody how good.
No, we got like 2 minutes left to
You guys are always talking about how Dex is fat or whatever. And I met him, and I was like, no, he looks great.
Yeah, I'm taking my shirt off.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
going to do it right now. I'm going to show you guys.
Don't take your shirt off.
I got abs now, guys.
That's fine.
That's funny.
There we go.
No, yeah, but I just, I think no one's ever really ready, and I think a lot about getting ready is acknowledging that you're not and leaning on the Lord, just asking for, wisdom from the Holy Spirit, and, the ultimate goal isn't to make sure your child is successful or anything like that. The goal is to make sure your child enters the kingdom of heaven alongside you.
That's good, man.
And so I think as long as you enter parenthood with that mindset, you'll probably be all right. I imagine God's going to take care of the rest.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
all right.
As long as, we're loyal and to the kingdom, I think that everything else is going to be fine. So, despite knowing that maybe I'm not ready, maybe, and maybe this girl's sister isn't ready, I think that the most important thing should be pushing the idea that, like, look, this is another human being. This is another soul.
Yeah.
We want them to enter heaven alongside.
Good stuff.
And make that the priority, not will they have enough money, or the grandparents going to have to, and the uncles and aunts
Good
going to
stuff,
have to
Josh.
raise them.
Hey, Josh, we got to catch you. I'm sorry, I got to cut you off. We're into the show. Hey, check your Facebook and Instagram and hit me back, all right? All right, love you, dude. Bye.
Yeah, for sure.
He had a great point, and here's the thing. Sister, no one's ready to have a baby.
No one's ready.
And you know what? Know what's needed when having a baby? A strong emotional support system around you.
That's so huge.
Because you're going to constantly, like, your sister will constantly be needing advice, help, questions. It's terrifying having a child. And when you have a child, you go to the people that you love and trust for advice, and you want to be that big sister that she goes to.
Yep.
So we're praying for you tonight. We hope the dinner goes well.
Yeah. And
Thank
give
you
us
for
an
coming
update.
to us.
Please
Yes.
give us an update. We love updates.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Stormy. We got to go. It's time to go. Thank you so much, Facebook and YouTube, hanging out with us. You guys have a great day. We'll upload the shows. You can go back, watch Star 88 FM, or you can download the app. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
For over 40 years, La Salita Restaurant has been serving New Mexican food to Albuquerque. From starters like soups, salads, and Cindy nachos to entrees like